So, welcome to the Settlers for Championship, World Championship of the year 2025. I'm streaming the English stream here with Agros. You can, of course, use the chat to ask questions. Yeah, Agros, welcome. You're looking over my shoulder here. Do you see everything? Is everything working? Okay, that's fine. I should also see if my... Yeah, everything is working. Yeah, let's start. What can you say about the map?
Okay. Now, what I can say about the map. We have a small starting stone field, suboptimal for... Oh wait, what civilization we had? The Mayans and Vikings, right?
Yes.
Yeah, small starting stone field with one half stone field towards the front and one like further down. Not the premium Mayan start you'd love to see, but there is a desert close by, so you definitely can handle stone situations relatively nicely. River is good enough. You have some lakes on the side as well that you can use for fishes. So you definitely don't need an insane river. Should be fine for both this as well. Vikings have to make sure that they get rid of the forest there. And the starting forest is rough for the Vikings, I'd say, because it is in the front of the main mountain, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a bit of mountain to the top there, but yeah, most of the mountain we'll use is in that area, and like, yeah, you definitely are not a big favorite of forests in front of the mountain. Like the second forest would technically be nice for the Vikings, but
I would disagree. Why would I disagree? Because
you would put the heavy industry to the left. There's even a second mountain there. Yeah.
And the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the seventh.
Yeah, yeah, it probably isn't that dramatic.
So you just skip on the front mountain, or just build like your one gold mine there, because it's not that bad. You have 2.5 stone fields very close by that you can gladly use. And you just build your forest on the 2 tiles, and then you put your food economy to the top,
to the north,
like left of the river in the Viking settlement. Sorry, yeah, and to the your heavy industry to the left, like right below the desert, and then on the bottom up until you move to the next forest there. That should be plenty of space. I like that map as a Viking. I think you don't need to get rid of the forest that's at the river, at least not fast, because you do have enough space for at least 3 waterworks. You have enough space for additional fishers, where you want to build your heavy industry, which is like a perfect timing to build some more fishers. You start with like 2 early ones, and then you add like a 4th one before you build your first weaponsmith, and then you can just continue adding fishers as you need them. So I like it.
Yeah,
what I don't like is that Jagdtiger does not have space to build another tower at the mountain, and it's so hilly there that even if he uses diggers, diggers to dig some more space there, I'm not sure if his tower can fit there actually.
Yeah,
but he's building one to the right, so he should be fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It still hurts a bit because if you find some good mines in that area down there, you can't get them. At least not nicely. You'd have to build like a tower on the left, on the right, kinda.
Yeah, you see one thing with Jagdtiger's Viking, which I like and which I actually adapted for my Viking because I think it's a good play, is building 3 very early sawmills. Yeah, not
make sure
adding
that
like
every single log you have becomes a plank as fast as possible.
Yes, and you also have diggers standing around most of the time after you place your first towers, and just building 2 right then and the third one as soon as you have the next digger standing is normally a good play. So you start with your, of course, with your towers and with your middle house, then you build your wood economy, so your cutters and your foresters, and then you build 2 sawmills, and after the tower is finished, you of course build some more wood, and then you build the third sawmill as soon as you have 1 digger standing around, and the small house can then be added after you have like 8 or 9 woodcutters.
Yeah.
So everything is looking good. I think we might take a look at Alex's settlement.
Indeed.
See if he's
Here we
having a
see
good
the
time.
nice and early toolsmith, I mean, not weaponsmith. Weaponsmith would be very unfortunate.
Second sawmill is a
being
bit late,
Built
maybe.
over, it's built over the iron smelter is currently being
Yeah,
digged.
but
He got a plank. I think he's
Got
gonna
some
add now.
stones, so it should be fine. Yeah, should be fine.
Yeah, with the low like with the small starting stone field, it isn't a bad play to only stay on 1 sawmill for the very beginning there. So you have your toolsmith, but after that you really need to get your second sawmill running, otherwise you will run into a stone wood shortage very, very fast.
Rapidly, yes. What I like is the 5th stonesmith was he was able to place it inside of the stone field. That's normally very good because it's going to work well for quite some time. Especially the one on the bottom is nice because normally it would be standing below and putting the stones below the building even. So that's like a very, very nice thing, and we'll give him
nice
a
stone cutter.
boost. That might give you like 10 seconds earlier farm or something like that.
What kind of mines do we have available on the mountains? That's now relevant.
We have like a normal iron mine here, which, no, it's not a normal one, it's a double one here.
Iron mine.
Yes,
that
and
can't
we
be a
do
normal
have
one.
1 normal coal mine here and 1 bug coal mine here.
Yeah, at least slightly overwritten or something. Doesn't look the nicest.
Is this a double mine?
Yeah. No. What? Are we
No, it's
looking at the
more to
wrong
the...
one?
Yeah, he doesn't have it yet. It should be this one here.
Yeah, exactly.
And the coal mine, yeah, it looks... Is it really fine? Isn't
I
the
have
iron mine
zero
overwriting the coal mine?
I think on this position, a coal mine, like top left overwrites bottom right.
Top left, for position 1 that should be true.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing here. Iron mine is definitely above the coal mine and also to the left of it. There's not like
So
that
you
will
should
definitely overwrite coal.
Actually
I
be
think
building
the coal
the
mine
coal
is-
mine here?
I feel like you built a tower to the right and built a coal mine there, because I think he has a tower already pre-digged.
No, I mean for Alex I would.
Oh, for Alex.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that one
No,
looks
for Alex,
really
that
bad for
mine
Alex.
looks horrible.
Yeah, but for
And
we would have to ask Vinarik if it's a good mine. I don't know.
Exactly. Venarik is the mine expert. We didn't have to ask for that.
So Alex had a pretty standard start, I guess. He had 6 stone woodcutters and went into his toolsmith, which was ready at min 620 or something, which is a very good timing with 6
very good
woodcutters. He then adds his stone cutters. He is at 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 at the moment, at minute 9. That's also quite okay-ish. Has his mines built, has enough settlers, his next house is finishing up.
Yeah,
Has
looks
added more,
pretty clean, pretty
more
standard.
woodcutters. I think he will add a forester down here, probably, between those foresters. Or add one to the left even. But I think he will add one more forester.
In Slayer's situation, you want to expand your wood more on that second forest down there instead of the other one, because why not? You are the civilization that can... you could also add it there, to the left. I also just realized there's a second, like the proper second stone field, like the full stone field to the bottom there, which you kind of want to go towards to, and then having your stone go through your forest is a little not the nicest, but overall Mayans don't really care. I think he can build a forest wherever he wants to, and it should be fine.
He just gets rid of this kind of these
that part I would
trees,
always
and then you
I feel
just
like
put
that's-
your heavy industry like all in front of the mountain towards the stone
something
fields,
like
or
that.
you
I
start
feel
on
like
the
would be
bottom and go
the
to the
play.
top or something.
Yeah, something
Mana
like that.
industry gets added here, and you add some food economy gets added
Food
here.
there
Mana
and
is
some mana
going there, and then you just build like in a
Is already
circle
a grain
clockwise.
farm being built? And that's actually actively being built. I don't think we are seeing Scythe Micro yet, right?
One is missing, so
One is missing. Okay, maybe.
but the other two
but
are not,
that's-
and there's also one stone missing still because
Yeah.
typical Mayan behavior. Said sawmill is added right before the first farm finishes, so quite early.
Yeah.
You will have a lot of resources. I don't think we will be
what
seeing
I'd be more
the
concerned
fifth
about is
one.
actually the amount of lumberjacks, because does he have like logs? Yeah, he has logs overflowing a bit. Oh, and he has lumberjacks on the left, or like a lot of them actually. He's actively wanting to get rid of forests, which I like. I'm always a big fan of removing the forests that might be in your way.
Yeah, it's a very good play. He can build his forest here and here if he wants to later on. And he's getting rid of that part, he's getting rid of that part, and of this part with 3 woodcutters. Nicely placed, I like it very much, actually. He is not building a quick hunter, which is also a good play, because you will be pushing all your animals to the bottom anyway, so you can later on place your hunter like here, maybe.
Yeah, so I was thinking the same. Like, you could already add it, but
He has a
more
double
diamonds
iron mine,
because
so
diamonds
he's not
probably
really
won't
carrying.
be there. True.
Jagdtiger did not
and-
build the same one. And for him,
Yeah.
it's not like looking double.
Yeah.
Is it?
that's- Nah,
Which
doesn't
one?
really-
Which one did Alex build? This one or this one?
I think he built both. I think that's the mine that looks double.
Ah. But this is this isn't. Yeah, maybe he got scammed quite a bit, and it's just one shield in between. But I think it's at least 2 lines in between. So maybe Alex got scammed.
I think it's not a perfect iron mine. A double iron mine. It will probably run a bit more efficient than a normal iron mine. That's usually where I'm like going. It's like you can probably place it in a way where it gets the full ore from one spot, and the other ore spot will only be gathered like half of it, or maybe even less. But you will get a few more spots that you can gather your ore from.
We are seeing a very interesting forest here from Jagdtiger. A very interesting forest. He's missing at least one forester here, but he's making space there, it's fine. This one is fine. He will be placing some woodcutter here. Should be fine.
Yeah.
This is not perfect. I don't like that one, but probably he did not have space in between here. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the forest?
Yeah, Jagdtiger tends to build some forests I don't perfectly understand, but I always feel like they actually run better than mine. So, who am I to judge? That's personally what every time I look at Jagdtiger, I'm like, it looks worse than what I'm doing. It feels worse, but it never is. It usually is just better, and then I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't understand how things are working for him. He places a coal mine all the way at the bottom of Pioneers. I would have expected him to go just for a second tower there. On the right, he had already that land, built that tower before he even finished the left tower, just like build both of them. And place an iron mine and a coal mine at the same time with both towers.
If I get three diggers this early with Viking and
Pioneers.
play normally, I'm always getting scammed. I'm not going to build through all my 9 saws if I do that. But he does
it depends on how
better
many
than me,
sawmills
so
go up to. I'm gonna be curious if we see. No, I'm not curious anymore. I just looked at the time. We're not gonna see a 15-minute grain farm timing here from.
No, not on this map. No way. He has not added the 6th saw yet. He somehow lost some time. it was like a minute 12 weaponsmith probably, and then he lost some more time
I feel
building
like
the
the
mine,
forest is
digging the
just
mine.
really dense, and you can't build anything behind the forest, like in the spot where the mountain is. I guess you would have probably added a full row of lumberjack forest lumberjack there at the bottom if he actually had the space.
But he doesn't.
And
The thing is, he doesn't need a 6 sawmill yet, and he will add like 6 and 7 probably quite soon, because he built another house here. And yeah, we're seeing 6 now, and 7 is there. Yeah, we are seeing 6 and 7 being added simultaneously for him. And no, that's a woodcutter, not a stone cutter. He built a 4th stone cutter because he wants to go into still like early grain farms, even so the start wasn't as fast. Yeah, he's doing good.
I do want to mention the tower spot you were talking close to the mountain where you were like, oh, it might be too hilly, even if you pioneer the spot. He actually was able to fit a tower there. I'm pretty sure there was no tree removed.
No, I don't think so. So the Mayan tower should fit then also, right?
I think Vikings are significantly smaller.
Is that so?
Yes.
What I don't like about
towers,
the Viking
the
play
largest.
from jagdtiger is that he's building his mana economy faster than his food economy. He is most of the time building 5 grain farms, so it doesn't matter that much, but I think it's a waste of honey. You don't need that much mana, and having more mana, you might have like 1 more fighting spell. Having more food will give you a lot more soldiers, so yeah, I don't like it. Okay, it's not a honey maker, it's another woodcutter, so
pranked.
Yeah, I got
pranked.
pranked.
Let's have a look what Slayer's doing in the meantime, I feel like.
Yes.
Because here we can see first we see 3 grain farms? I mean, it's not the fastest start, but I would have imagined there to be more.
You're mistaken. He's already built 3 fishers. He will not be building any meat.
Oh.
He's started adding mana. He has built a temple.
What's up with all of this Animal Ranchless gameplay here?
It's a good. It's good gameplay.
I think it's really, really good, but it's. I think it's like kind of the thing that right now is developing as like the next step to improve your macro gameplay. It's just reducing
it's not better in the late game.
Use early, use early, and increase the amount of hunters you use early.
And it's also you also increase the amount of pressure you have at peacetime.
Yeah.
So
we see an early large temple at least being digged, which I think definitely is a good play on this map. You don't really have access to nice early stone fields. You have access to stone fields, but they are not easy to reach.
One thing I did not realize, if you only play like 3 farms to start with, which is enough for like your 1 mill and 2 bakeries, and then adding a 2nd mill and a 3rd bakery later, or maybe even a 4th. Yeah. You don't need to produce any sykes. You are just done with your 3 starting sykes, and you can actually get up to more diggers. You get 3 more diggers, and 3 more diggers is quite a huge amount at that point, and that's like the 3 diggers he used to actually have a pre-shoveled temple. Okay, he is building a 4th grain farm. I would have expected that. But he's just building fishers. He will be adding like many more fishers around here. I mean, look at this coast.
It's perfect.
It's a perfect time. And he started with
and it's
a double
lake,
mine.
like you aren't pressured that it could be disrupted by warships later down the line.
Yeah. He has a 2nd double mine here. He has a 3rd double mine here. So it will be paying off.
Yeah.
This one can be even placed double. It's like a double mine.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to mention is that the 4th grain farm is mostly to get like a nice grain mill bakery ratio. That way you can place 4, 2, 3, and it just works out nicely. adding a fourth bakery like very, very late on, like 50
And
minutes
you-
or
you-
something, maybe 45.
It's like an adaptation. You can play 3 grain farms with 1 mill and 2 bakeries and get into like very, very, very early weaponsmiths, and then build your mana after that, and don't build any more weaponsmiths, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to max out your wheat as soon as possible. Okay.
Yeah.
We have a desync again after someone left the game, and it was Alex again.
Okay. But let's get back into the game.
We have minute 18 grain farm, minute 18:30. Second one not finished up yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Sawmills.
8.
8? Where's the
Yeah.
4? Oh, right next, like right to the river. I didn't see that.
I don't like
Though I think it
that.
stands there early, but I forgot the anyways.
probably the fisher did not fit there.
You think Fisher did not fit there? I feel like it was terrible terrain.
It is terrible terrain, and that's why the fisher did not fit there.
Ah, that's how you meant that.
Yeah. I think we are talking about the same thing.
No.
So he did build the 9th saw. So we were seeing a 9th sawmill. Seeing 5 stone cutters. Yeah, that's fine. Also, yeah, there's not much happening for him right now. We should probably watch the Mayan, because it will be more interesting to see what he actually does.
Yeah. Like he's going into mana now.
He does have
Gold
very
smelter's
early
ready
gold
and-
smelter, yes, which will give him
Which
quite
makes
a lot
sense.
of
You want to
gold.
have an early large temple to get your
Yeah.
first spell in early for your initial stone cutters. As you, expanding to that stone field in the bottom just is a long way to go, and the stone field on the mirror axis there towards the PT wall also isn't easy to use. So it's like you just kind of have to go mana early on this map. Other option would be stone mines.
Would you build this double stone mine here in this situation? Or
I have
wouldn't you?
to. I mean, if it's a nice looking double stone mine, I'd always build it as map straight up, unless you have like 6 stone in its vicinity.
I mean, you have 4 farms
but even if you have,
producing, and you won't have that much.
Ah,
happening.
yeah, it is a little bit of a different build. So the thing is, having 4 farms producing bread is the exact same amount as having 6 farms producing bread and meat. 4 farms
less.
are 4.
A bit less.
I'm pretty sure it's
It isn't like it's 1.75 farms for like 1 meat production building.
I'm not 100% sure, but I know that the general math of 2 grain farms on 1 mill or 2 grain farms on 1 animal ranch just straight up works out. And I also know that you are adding your 4th bakery very, very late. But I mean, I guess if the mills are underworking in this scenario with 4 grain farms, I'm not 100% sure. I feel like the amount you'd lose out on bread there isn't really that major, and you can add bread, bread really early as well. So what did you say?
1.88 grain farms per 1
animal ranch.
Animal ranch, yes.
Yeah, I guess you have a little less grain.
So this mana building will not be working at full capacity, will it?
No, it won't. I mean, agave farms are generally a mystery to me because no, they just are. Like it's simple as that. Like you build them on a desert where you always have the cacti in your way, and they have pretty huge working areas and use a lot of them as well usually. And then you have the version where you cast your own desert and you still put like 4 agave farms on it, or even 5, I think is what people do. And then they work kind of to the side, and they still kind of work well enough to be good. So that building is just a mystery to me.
But this one should be a bit to the bottom, because it won't be working like the outer edges of the desert anyway in that position. And this one would have a bit more space. So
yeah.
This one is like slightly misplaced, but
I would agree.
Whatever.
Yeah. in the end, this is kind of like the thing where it's like, you want to get the maximum efficiency out of it, but 95%, honestly, not that bad. It's something that I've really realized, like what I was saying, like I'm watching Jagdtiger and I'm thinking like, bro, he does that worse and that worse. But it's those kind of things, like a 95% working grain farm, sunflower farm, agave farm, whatever it might be. But 95%, kind of enough. Like you usually aren't even leveraging the last 5%. At least not if it's a game that only goes to PT and that's the number you're caring about, because that's the time he wants to put on the pressure. And yeah, now we see the beekeepers, but they're after the grain. It's not how you said earlier.
Yeah, but I don't like it again.
By lumberjack.
No, it's too late. I would like to see it before or with the fourth grain farm and not after. Because it needs to be like producing some amount so that you can add your pre-mana buildings, post-mana buildings, while you build your mills. Because your mills are faster anyway, so normally, and I'm playing the same thing. I'm also building a early big house as Viking, but I know it's bad. And
early big houses are pretty much always bad.
So I stopped doing it, and it's been better. Just do what Alex does, and you're good. But do it as good as him, and you're good.
I mean, we saw the first game. I think that is you just copy that, and you're good to go in pretty much every single game, unless you're like right next to each other, and you could actually be rushed at PT. That's like the only thing that could have happened to him. But I mean, the rush distance there was long enough that you didn't actually need to be need to be careful of a rush on that map. I feel like this map is the opposite. Like here, I think people should be playing more for PT. I think that's the main reason we saw the Mayan first pick here by Slayer. Also to go back on that. Yeah, I also
very much to the middle. Good chance of many stone fields near desert. He's building the stone mine. I like it.
Yeah.
What I don't like is that he's building his third iron mine before he's building his third coal mine. But he does have coal stored, so I'm wrong and he's right, as always.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he needs the third iron mine or the third coal mine right now. That's a large house. I think that is more the classic large house for Mayans that they like to build after all of the food eco.
I mean, it's like the big house you build for your mana economy, and he also crushed like a small house too much, so he's rebuilding a faster, medium house, and as soon as the big house finishes, he's going to get rid of all the thieves if he needs to have more settlers at that moment, which is again a very, very good play. We don't see a sawmill number 4, right?
There's no way.
Here.
Yeah, I was like, we're at 26 minutes. He's the person who told me that you built your 4th sawmill at around 20 minute mark. Just that's kind of point it's finished. Like, I didn't see it right now, like instantly either, but I was like, there's no way.
He does have 5 fishers, which also again I really like, because this is a double mine, this is a double mine, and this is a double mine. So building them so early.
I built them early as well. That
and like, this is the 4th one.
Storing away all the iron ore. He's not wanting to use any of his food he is producing on bad iron mines for a long time.
For a very long time. Yes.
Yeah.
You will be able to build.
Also build like a 4th double iron mine there, right? There was like a 4th one on the back part of the mountain. Yeah, exactly.
Jagdtiger got scammed. He just got scammed.
Yeah.
And
or Slayer got scammed. It depends on how you look at it, because it could also be that the mine doesn't actually run.
If you look at this and this one not being carried away yet, then
probably
you know
are.
how good this one performed. So it was good.
Top. Like it's
Top.
above the tower. That's
No,
exactly.
no. Ah, yeah, okay. You're right. It's above the tower. It's this one here. Which is, again, not looking double.
It's
After
actually
the game,
genuinely getting scammed out of these mines.
in the post-game talk, Alex will be like, yeah, all the double iron mines, and jagdtiger will be like, what, are you kidding me?
There's no double iron mines on this map. We played a different map.
But the stone mine looks
Stone
double
mine's
for him
double.
too.
Like that's a kind of double stone mine you love to see. Now you don't love to see it as a Viking. At least on this map, I think this is the kind of map where you're like, where you'd be happy to not see a double stone mine. At least considering you
I
play
beg to
against
differ.
Marians.
There is
Against Marians, you saying?
There's
I
a
feel like the
very
Marians
nice
probably way
play
more.
you can do as Viking to actually save diggers.
Yeah.
On such a map, what you do is pack the stone field, build the double stone mine, build the fifth grain farm,
Maybe.
and be happy.
I personally would have said that it's more value for the Marian. But
Yes,
maybe
that's
I'm
true.
wrong. That's just so funny that the moment somebody disconnects, you get a desync as well. Anyways, another reload.
We see 9 sawmills now from Viking. So not too late, but early actually. So we were talking about the Viking, and you were talking about the Viking.
What was I talking about though? Was I talking about the Viking? I was talking about the iron mines, I feel like. I think that's the last topic I can remember. Oh no, double stone mine. Ah yeah, double stone. Yeah, I mean it's like I would have just I personally feel like it's really nice as Marian or Trojan to have double stone mine, and that's just all. I'm not sure. Maybe it can be really nice as a Viking as well, or even Roman. But in the end, we'll see if jagdtiger is even using it, because jagdtiger, to me, isn't a person that is known for using stone mines in general. He is using stone mines as Trojans if you're on a one stone field position, but other than that, he is not really too keen of building stone mines if you don't have to.
Yeah, I think so too. But I personally think it's on such a map, this stone mine is like a very good play, because you want your stone to the left
where you
anyways.
Want to build, and bringing your diggers all the way down to this like second stone field.
You need to, as soon as you build like a tower here, for example, you really need to have your diggers stay here and build some stone cutters to replace the other ones. But with 1.5 stone fields and 1 double stone mine, you can play your stone to iron up until like minute 50, and you need to add stone cutters at minute like 48 if you want to continue playing stone to iron, and else you would like to need.
You definitely
add
have
them.
way like plenty of time to convert into a meat battery.
Yeah, I
So
think
I can
you
definitely
need like
see that
two,
that would be a good play. Also considering that the part of the mountain there is also like the stone just would walk through the forest. The mountain there to the right wouldn't be the mountain you want to use for your heavy industry. Like generally everything brings you to the left there, and there's where the stone mine is, and that's just generally an amazing place of your stone mine. Exactly there, exactly where you want to build your stuff.
Yeah, just
So
build your 5th grain farm very early. Build your 3rd mill after you build your first set of heavy industry, and you're just fine. You will even have more bread than you would normally have. 3 pickaxes for him.
I don't think Slayer would have used his mana on that is the Polish streamer actively, so we're probably not gonna continue. Especially since 4PT, I think it was said that we genuinely reload. And what were we talking about? Yeah, I'm basically, I feel like I'm sold on the stone mine there. I think it's almost certainly a good play. At least in this specific case. I wouldn't say like it's double stone mine is always nice as Vikings. Because I think there are definitely situations where it's kind of, you really don't need it. Well, I think with like Mayans and Trojans, there's like unless like literally I'm thinking like 6 stone fields plus you just play your relaxed double stone mine and it's just good because it will latest to like 115 pay off that you did that, but it kind of pays off early already for those civilizations all the time.
And it's also quite nice to have it like to the left here for
exactly like on this map
your mountain for building your heavy industry. Yeah,
because the stone is just completely out of your way no matter which civ you're playing.
Yeah.
And unless you're managing to do a perfect digger split, which I mean maybe Slayer is able to do, I hope he does, because that's something that would be really nice to pull off on this map, as that getting to the stone otherwise is pretty hard. And I mean he does start his heavy industry in the top.
You see the big builder split you're talking about?
That does not look like a clean digger split.
But I mean it's fine. And I actually mean that he did have like 3, 6, 9, 12 of his diggers down here.
Yeah.
Which is quite a lot. But he builds a tower, maybe even 2.
I think that's
has enough buildings prepared to not have like wood left over. So he is fine. He's building things here anyway on the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it works out.
And then he doesn't have to maintain the split, because I think the big part of the split being worse for your game. There might be situations where the split is actually not good for your game because you need so much attention just for keeping the split. And just if you don't need it, just cutting it is I like that decision.
Yeah, I mean it's basically a decision I go for game, mostly out of the lack of skill. But I think he also had, like, as you said, like he didn't need to make 2 size. He made the 4th one later than usual. He definitely was able, like his 2-smith was standing up and early, proper like mines ready. Like he did indeed cast the gift. Like I think his shovel digger situation should generally be fine.
His shovel situation is 2930. 30-31 even. So yes, it is fine.
That seems fine to me.
He is fine settler-wise, so he can build like a lot of heavy industry now. Even because, I mean, he's a bit delayed because of his mana. 6 mana buildings here. He's using most of the desert, so he should be fine. I think we will be seeing more deserts being cast, right? Or, like, for example, here might be a good space. Or another desert.
I mean, considering the build he's playing, I think this is a build he prepared specifically here for the finals. Which is very much reliant on just small but running heavy industry. Pretty much exact same build that Jagdtiger plays in the first.
Is it actually? He's building,
I think
3
it's kind of
very early fishers.
He gets up to his like probably like 8 weaponsmiths.
I don't believe it. I think we are seeing at least 9 here, and I think we are seeing maybe if he is at the 5th sawmill, we might be seeing more food on top instead of more mana. But if he's keeping his 4 sawmills running, then he's on a timer kind of. And
I'm pretty sure that you can't run it like with the double stone mine. You just don't have enough bread for night. with this amount of grain farms. Like
No,
like
you
9.
you
is kind
actually
of-
do. You actually do because you not you spend the same amount of time on your food actually, because you build like 5 fissures, which and early fissures, which are mostly used for your iron income. And
Yeah,
then
but-
you build your
okay,
mana
okay, I want to
industry.
specify a
And
bit
if you
further.
build your mana industry before you build your heavy industry, then you are able to always build at least 10 farms. So this one stone mine will
You mean
cost
10
you
weaponsmiths, right?
10
Not 10
weaponsmiths, yeah. So
Yeah,
this,
I want to specify a bit further. If he then goes into more mana,
yeah, that's true.
that's like the thing, because like 8 weaponsmiths, I'm pretty sure that runs almost stable. Like it will slowly but surely reduce the amount of bread you have. 7, I think, would be the count that actually runs pretty stable. And with 9, it's like that will actually reduce it. You said, yeah, he did add mana in between, which like, yeah, then you definitely can go up to 9 or 10. But the issue is then, like, if he wants to add more mana, then he can't go up to too many weaponsmiths, because then he would have to add grain farms pretty soon. And yeah, that's just like kind of what he wants to focus a bit more on. And I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if we want to focus more on mana.
I
Because
think
it's
that
something
Vinaric
that
is
has kind of been up and coming, and I feel like on this, like, we have short rush instances, and this map doesn't look like a premium late game Marion map anyway. So why not go for a very all-in PT rush with mana? We'll see what he actually does. But I very much
think
like
he doesn't need to get the decision done just yet.
No, I
Can-
think he has still a bit more time before he does the decision.
Pickaxes again.
Pickaxe.
Nice.
Yeah, he gets some good gifts. Yeah,
Yes.
gifted
And
by the gods.
He should cast another stone soon and then
Yeah.
crush the temple again.
Yeah.
So it's minute 36. He has 5 weaponsmiths, which are running.
Yeah.
He got some amount of iron bars, so he should be fine in that department. He does have... Okay, he also has 5 iron smelters. So he will be adding settlers now, and after that... Is he in a shortage of settlers? No, he has settlers standing. And he has a lot of settlers standing. So he's fine. Like, not a lot, but enough of... he will be adding settlers, and then he will be adding more gold, and then he will probably start adding new weaponsmiths. But with these 4 iron mines, 4 double iron mines, can you run all 8 weaponsmiths with them? Probably not, right? You can like run 7 weaponsmiths and
It
1
depends on how good
toolsmith.
double iron mines are. Like if they are like running like 90%, like 90% as good as 2 iron mines would, then I think, yeah, for sure. But I think most of these, at least from looking how they were at Jagdtiger, I don't think they're actually running nearly as good. I feel like they're more like 1.5.
I mean, he has
So
like
with 1.5,
nearly
I
1.
feel like it's rough. But
Yes.
it just kind of depends how good they're running. Like, we see iron ore pre-stored, but I feel like it's the amount where we can already realize that it's not quite enough, and he needs like an iron mine or 2 more.
Is that 1 double too? Probably,
I
right?
think it is.
Okay,
I
then
think
he
that
has
was
5
one of
double
the best
mines.
ones we've seen so far.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He has iron shield on top, and on the bottom it must be double.
Yeah, I think with that he can just run those.
Yeah.
I feel like that should work out. Unless they actually don't run as nice. Like that could still be the case.
And he's building a lot
That's
more
also
fissures,
good.
so he will be fine on.
Yeah, has he
Yes.
added like lots of hunters already? Yes. 2 and a third one up there probably, yeah.
There's 1 up here probably soon.
Yeah. And then we see a desert.
Yep.
In a place I wouldn't have expected to see a desert.
would you have expected it here?
Yeah.
I don't think that.
I would have expected it closer to the river. I guess the up there is also a river going into the other lake. I
But he
didn't
could
see
use-
that river yet.
And he could
But
use
I was
that
also, like-
space here to build his post-production buildings,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
his distilleries, and then they're in between both things. So.
Yeah. I definitely can see that you could do that. I mainly am always wanting to, if I'd cast it, I'd also like to get...
Does have a shortage of settlers now. Yes.
Yeah.
And this is not finished yet. More heavy industry is getting finished.
I mean, I felt like in between the games, when we were talking to the players just a tiny bit, it did sound like Slayer was a little bit exhausted after that first.
Which is understandable.
Huh?
And he should
Yeah.
probably build like a small house down here and at least one or maybe even two. Like on the spot where he builds a tower and one up here.
Yeah.
This one
That's
should be
rough.
finishing
I
now.
guess we'll have to run down there.
And he already produced soldiers, which is probably costing him here. But as I was certain he was fine there too, but he's building like a lot more fishers, and he's building even more weaponsmiths than I thought he would be building.
There, right?
And I think these two should have been medium houses.
Yeah.
And then he would have been fine. But his big house is finished. He just quit using his storages. He might be able to just put fish. Okay, he can't put fish down because he needs fish on iron. And if he puts 100% fish on iron, all his fish will be pulled to the iron mines and will be used. So, yeah. I think we should probably switch over to the Viking or maybe you want to say something about the lack of settlers here.
I think I said that I'd like to see deserts removing trees. I think I said that, but you kind of went right to the next topic. But yeah, that's like the one thing I always like to just like get some space, because you usually don't really care for your lumberjack to work for a couple minutes longer, and you just get the space.
I mean, he only has 4 foresters.
Yeah.
So he has enough woodcutters running that he doesn't need to get away trees. He will have enough space with 4 sawmills. Like, what is he going to build with all that space? He has space here, he has space here.
You know, that's just the Trojan mindset of there's never enough space.
Yeah, okay, I see. You want to have your 50 mana production thingies. Oh,
yeah, I never mind just being able to build way more. Yeah, so let's see what jagdtiger has been up to in the meantime.
Has added fishers. I don't like that he has added them all at the same time. Costs you settlers in a time period where you don't actually have settlers.
Connection here is unstable like crazy.
Yeah, but only for Slayer. He's using VPN. Yeah, what I wanted to say is he's adding fish in a time where he actually is in a shortage of settlers, right about when he wants to really get his heavy industry running.
Yeah.
So he should have added the fish later and the heavy industry earlier.
There was like 2 weaponsmiths that we saw there, right?
Yeah, the third one was getting built.
No countdown.
No countdown. Everyone is ready here. They just put in the green dot, so they are not expecting a countdown here. So how many double iron mines do we see from the Viking? 1 here. Yeah, he is also building too many iron mines at the moment.
And he built a lot of normal iron mines as well.
Yeah, and he is going to transition. Because these stonecutters are like garbage.
They are
6 of them are garbage, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4,
I'd say
5,
4
6,
of them
7,
are
8.
garbage, but the other 2 aren't good.
So
They're
it's all
already-
garbage. Yeah, he doesn't have a... He's building the double stone mine. Nice.
Just build
Only
it.
4 grain farms, so yeah, that's the third.
Probably a little late.
It's the third one finishing up. But what you need to see is that he is not building like his 4 weaponsmiths with priority. He has some kind of a different build than like Alex or like King Cat. Or King Cat even has a different build than Alex, actually. I'm more like trying to mimic the Alex build mostly, but I've also tried different things. And what he's doing here is one thing I really like building a lot of gold and putting in the weapons later, because normally with Viking, weapons aren't your problem. You can just spam some more weaponsmiths later on and you're fine. Fourth one finishing. He does have enough settlers. One finishing up. This one, 2 stones here, might be missing 1 stone, but I'm not sure. This one missing more. Yeah, he will have a shortage of settlers.
Definitely is not finishing up.
Did he have 1? No. Medium houses aren't... Oh, maybe these medium houses are producing settlers. Yeah. Then he should be fine.
What a lag. Fest.
The game is a bit laggy, but it's not that big of a deal. Maybe he is going to put fish into his stone mine.
Iron mines.
It's also into his stone mine. It's also a good call.
Yep.
On such a map.
It's a double stone mine. It's really not that inefficient. It is.
It's nearly as efficient as doing like fish to stone.
Yeah, I think, isn't it like if with a double stone mine, it tends to even be more efficient, right?
No.
A double stone mine works more than 50%. You get 2 attempts.
But it's
per
actually
fish.
not that good of a double stone mine.
I thought it looked like a pretty juicy one to me.
You have like 3 stone shields left over. It is a good one, but I don't think it's running. Maybe it's running 55%. Yeah, maybe you're right.
I feel like it probably is running a tad bit better than a fish to stone would be running.
Yeah, that's.
A fish to stone costs you mana as well. Like that's a big part to be fair.
That was really. I nearly clicked that FE.
Oh, yeah, that's. Luckily you didn't. That will definitely be an issue rehosting if there's gonna be another reload. And you're also missing the time in the top right now.
That's a good point, thank you.
We're gonna get to do the time gamble of how many times and how long
Do
we
I
need
need to click to
time come back.
Yeah. I think we are seeing a 5th one here. So he will probably be fine. How many weapons does he have produced? He is like a tad bit behind. Like you wanna have like after the 40th minute you wanna have like 10 weapons per minute. But a bit less because later on you will be building more if you have used your wood correctly, and he does have used his wood. So he should be aiming for... Oh, he doesn't use his gold here, that's too bad. All of them actually are working, so it's not too bad. And he's getting enough settlers. Yeah, I think this will be a good round. I am
Just
guessing...
for the second barrack.
Yeah, I'm guessing 260 plus for him.
I feel like generally the map so far has not been the nicest to both players. I feel like they're struggling a bit.
Alex is not really struggling, is he? I mean, he had that little shortage of
he had the
settlers.
settlers shortage, and I think the map is definitely not optimal for Mayans. Is he in a stone shortage? I don't think. The stone field looked very thin there.
But he can actually just cast one more, so...
He could, but I hear stone cutters down there. I forgot about them. Yeah,
And he
he's
does
probably-
have enough stone. And he is
he
losing
definitely
stone.
has too many stone cutters. He definitely wasted a few pickaxes on stone cut.
He is losing stone here.
Oh, that
And he's not losing stone anymore.
that.
The bowman is nicely
Yeah,
placed
actually,
there.
you use the updated version of the Visiton overlay, right?
Yes.
So you can use Control Shift +1 or 2 or 3 or 4 to swap player's perspective. 1 is for player 1, 2 is for player 2, and 3 is for both players' perspective, and 4 is back to normal. And you have to zoom out and zoom back in. That is to
Yeah.
fix the map.
So Alex
You
is
can see
seeing that there's some digging down here.
pioneering. Yeah.
And he is using... He's not stealing anything, and I think jagdtiger is trying to steal stone, at least from that building here. But he's also
Walks
just
back.
like stealing stone, using thieves as like a second, as a woodcutter. But he's just not using thieves. He could have like stolen these stones here, but he's always running into the bow. Because here he should be fine. And but Alex should have noticed. But he's not stealing the stone. He can't be stealing the stone because everything of it is actually drawn to buildings. Probably. Four is
Settlers are already
everyone.
walking. Yeah.
Right.
And the game isn't able to handle a full. Isn't able to handle a settler losing their whatever it's called. Forgot, but yeah. The thing they're doing in that moment.
Alex is actually having quite a good round here. He is in.
Yeah, I'm also seeing right now, like the settlers shortage. There was one of those settlers shortages where, like, did it really lose you anything? Probably
like a
not.
bit, but not too much. Yeah, and he does have one.
It probably lost you the things you were trying to gain by not building the settlers. That's probably the kind of situation we're looking at here.
So he
But yeah,
will
he's, like,
be aiming for
unfolded, right?
260 also, like 250 to 260 at the moment, with like a lot of mana.
To be fair, he will use mana for stone. He used mana for deserts, use mana for gifts. It won't all be combat mana.
But he already has 50 mana, which will be combat mana. He might like use 1 or 2 more stone spells.
Yeah.
He's not using his stone mine anymore.
He probably just realized that he has enough stone from the stone cutters. Although I think right now it just ran out.
Yeah,
Yeah, you see like barely stone laying.
he ran out. It's a short, but he has storage. He has a stone storage.
This
and
is the
the
kind
stone
of game that like
getting carried there.
the map might not even be the thing that is hard for them to play. For them, it's hard to remember what they've done for all
Yeah.
of these save reloads. Like this is with like one save reload always hurts, and even there, like many times you forget something, especially if it was close before you got the next save. Remembering what you did 2 minutes ago tends to be quite hard. But with this many save reloads, I think my settlement would be completely lost and just looking
Yeah, rip and GG.
like a piece of trash. So I also don't actually expect any of the players to actually look at the like cast before tomorrow. Because like we aren't starting like late. We're starting late enough that you could look at it, but I feel like players probably will do some other things first.
Are you sure? I think they will be watching streams.
So what did you say?
I think they will be watching the streams tomorrow in the morning or something. Like after
Maybe.
waking up.
I think specifically jagdtiger would actually gain something from that because of the fairy.
Because of
I
the
think
what?
that's one play he probably wasn't actively expecting and would have only figured out at the point where he would have looked at the
Yeah,
entire
okay.
map.
I see.
So that would actually be benefiting him. I don't think Slayer has anything realistically to gain.
I am waiting for Fearless. That's something new. Probably Fatal Error again. But I think like Slayer will have like 250 troops and like at least 200 fighting mana, which is equivalent to like 300 troops, right? Something like that, maybe a bit less.
So how many troops does he have right now?
124 and 6 running to weaponsmiths. So he will be producing 144 more weapons. Has 18 in storage, so he will just be like 160, 260 to up until 270. I will do the perspective change again. Okay. He will have like 3 deserts soonish. I really like his build here. It's executed quite cleanly.
Here we can say, here we can see now though that it's like, as I said, like if he wants to go into mana, you can't really be building that many weaponsmiths. Like depending on how much mana you want to. Oh, lock shortage is what you're pointing out there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
At least on one sawmill. Yeah. But with the how's it called? 6 weaponsmiths. Like 6 weaponsmiths. If you only add 1 desert, then you could go more weaponsmiths, and you could go to the 7-8 for sure. 6 weaponsmiths is like the thing that guarantees just works. You don't have to add any bread again. For that, your bread will 100% be enough. So that is apparently what he's aiming for. Maybe he'll add like a 7th weaponsmith later, like closer to PT, maybe at like the 55-minute mark, to then actually reduce the amount of bread he has, because I don't think he actively reduces the amount of bread. Right now, like he isn't actually using any of it.
Can we please at least get another save?
Save load number 200. Because I stopped counting.
That's not
At
fair.
like 7 or 8 or something.
Yeah, that's fair. So he has a shortage of logs, but he also has too much wood. At least we are quitting 13 seconds into the save and not 1 minute and 40 seconds into the save.
Are we actually going into the game? Now, do I remember anything about what we're looking
No,
at?
we were looking at the weaponsmiths of some Viking player, actually.
Yeah, and I think we were talking about
really
wagons and stuff, but yeah, go ahead. I have no point to talk about right now.
I have a good meme to post if Jagdtiger wins the game.
Okay.
I'm really hoping now that he wins the game so I can post a meme. I want to post like from Dinner for One, the scene where he kind of stumbles over the tiger. But yeah, he does have
6 weaponsmiths now.
6 weaponsmiths at minute 48 means he's going to have at least another 150 weapons. Probably more. Like he still has 1 minute left, so 6 times 2.25 whatever, I think, or something like that. No, it's not 2.25, it's 2.5
like
nearly. It's 2.567.
I don't.
think, or something like that.
I'm not gonna talk about that. I know that for my Trojan weaponsmiths it's 2.2 something, and that's all I need to know.
Yeah, it's like For Vikey, it's 4 weaponsmiths produce 100 weapons in 10 minutes. That's what you should recall. And...
No.
Okay, now we are seeing 3 mana.
Yeah,
Did not build a
what
single.
about that?
Why does he have 4? He built a 3rd mill? No.
I don't think he has a 5th grain farm.
No, is he stacking water to put like water in here and then... I don't know.
No clue. Just wants to be safe, has no clue how to play the Civ, as he says himself.
Yeah, probably.
We did manage to get...
Okay, my
past
game closed after the save. Hopefully not during the save, but it just closed.
No, it was like 9 seconds after, I'm pretty sure. Because I was about to say, we did manage to pass the save. We could do a cast off of King Cat stream.
Yeah, we should probably do a cast of King Cat stream.
It's not the most amazing thing, but
But
I mean,
it's-
we have already started casting
Yes.
some of the game, and we will be able to stuff.
But I need
It-
to actually... He's patrolling with his axes. Nice.
This
So is he going for an Hail Mary play, like running on the top and trying to kill himself as soon as Slayer walks in? Is that what we are seeing?
maybe. Okay, yeah, I'm now actively looking at it as well. And yeah, we have. What's the situation? I'm so out of the loop for this game.
I mean, we lost some minutes.
we lost some
between.
minutes. Yeah, Slayer has built more deserts. Yeah, it's gonna get to. I think 260 soldiers is probably around what he's gonna have.
Yeah, I recounted, and if we did not add the seventh weaponsmith, then he will be at like 260.
Yeah. And yeah, jagdtiger definitely is a bit behind in terms of soldiers and mana.
Is he building small houses there? What do we see there?
Maybe
or
it's
is it-
waterworks. Needs lots of water.
Oh yeah, maybe. Because
Uh,
the
yeah.
river is already full, right? Yeah.
Well.
I would really like at the weapon and gold tab to display how many weaponsmiths and gold smelters the people have.
Yeah, I think that's something that Visitor
like-
wanted to do in general, that you can
To add,
look
okay.
at literally everything that they have. Like you can see,
But
but that not being just permanently displayed on the screen, just something you can like look at or like show. Similar to like
But-
menus on the left, you can click on something and then you can display it for a bit. And
okay, that's nice. But I would like to have it the same way as the priests.
yeah, I can see
For
that
the
with
gold and
weaponsmiths
weapon.
and gold smelters, because it's something that at least if you want to look back on things, even if you like as a non-caster, you just want to look at this stream and see at some point like what did he have at this minute mark to like kind of to maybe improve yourself. That
Oh.
would be very nice.
I need to fix my stream a bit. They are not actually seeing the whole of the screen.
Yeah, I've started to now in my recording where I was recording my voice. Now actually record your voice as well, and the King Cat stream. So yeah.
So I can just close my stream, right?
You can. It will be an absolute mess to put this together, anyways. And I'm right now mostly just waiting
it's not
for
getting better if I
it's
continue streaming,
it's
right?
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
people can. The one person still watching us can go over to.
To King Cat or
to your
the
stream.
the Fennec, the Polish stream.
Yeah.
And just like if they want to see how it's gonna go, we're gonna do like a little bit of a cast that I'm gonna somehow put together on YouTube later down the line. Even on YouTube, it will be very weird to watch, I assume. So yeah.
Yeah, so he is going for the Hail Mary play there.
He walks
Does
them
he
like really on the
actually-
outside. I'm wondering if it's
Does
gonna
he
be like
actually
a.
have towers in that direction to be able to like defend that if he wants to? That's a big
You
question.
see the Mayan Thief there doing some scouting action.
Yeah, but the Mayan thief is not seeing like the army, but only like the 3-4 soldiers there.
Yeah.
And he is not working with his whole army, he is working with bowmen in front.
Yeah. Now PT is over, and he first of all starts moving with some axes across there. But
Okay,
yeah,
Alex did have like 290 actually, because he pulled out like a 20 level 2 soldiers. So he has 290 with 166 mana, and like how many small temples? Like 6 small temples running.
114 combat power. It's missing the 119 right now. Generally, a really good round.
I mean, he might be able to get that because he was building like a whole set.
Yeah, he was building a whole set. Yeah, then he should be able to get it. I think with the resources used, 1,600 should be enough with once you use it. One beautification set for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this right now looks honestly pretty much like a stomp. Like sure, there are ways
there might
that
be some Hail Mary play.
Yeah, jagdtiger definitely has ways to win the game, but jagdtiger is also able to just Slayer is also able to just kind of walk in with what he has right now. He just has to be careful of not dying, and I think that is what he's most careful about right now.
Yeah, he needs to build towers to the front and attack from there. But against Viking, okay, I mean, he has 5. It wasn't waterworks, it was towers. He just has 7 small towers there.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Good play, yes. But against Vikings, X-Men, it's if they reach your towers, you're pretty much
The towers are gone, but it's still like that's why he's
better
building a
than
multiple of
having none,
the small towers. We didn't see a front tower yet, right? Oh, yeah, but there's one building. Yeah, this is a map you want to put the.
It's not a tower, it's
a tower.
Where?
I mean, now we can't see it anymore, but it's below the watchtower in the stone field.
Ah, yeah, I see. Yeah, that's a nice tower. He knows that there cannot be any vision there, so it's quite a safe location.
Safe location. I mean, the moment that tower finishes and settler like a. Oh, there was a ban. Noise. But the moment the tower is actually has soldiers in it, we conquer the land, and then jagdtiger knows there's a.
No, it won't conquer the land. Not at minute 60.
Oh, you're right. Only 75. You're right. I completely forgot about that.
So it's a very good play. You won't expect that if you don't have thieves there. But I mean, I guess Alex cannot just move on. He needs to defend his barracks.
No, yeah, you have the issue. Like I was saying, like we just kind of
trying to hold the barracks.
Yeah, I was wanting him to just like kind of go like go with his towers, like the land he's conquering there. He'll place barracks, a new tower, and just continue pushing that way.
And he still has something on top, so he will see the enemy.
Yep.
Oh, he's destroying the desert. And that wasn't a good cast.
You mean the desert cast by Slayer?
Yeah, I mean, it was an okayish cast, but most of the desert he is cast is below his buildings.
Yeah, it's a rough situation.
The second one, I mean, so the second. I mean, the spell for jagdtiger is cheaper.
The spell for jagdtiger is cheaper. The spell for jagdtiger has more range.
No, it's not much cheaper, right? Because he cast 2 of them to build his barracks. And Viking mana is more expensive than Mayan mana.
Yeah, I mean, not wrong, but it's still larger. Like that's why the one spell he casted there didn't actually fully work out. To get rid of the desert.
Okay, Slayer's attacking now, which isn't a bad choice, I guess. But the towers are quite a long way, so if he like gets the barracks and still lives, because he can like ban the troops into his own soldiers at the barracks, then he's winning. But the question is, can he live?
Yeah. I'd like to see his perspective again.
The question is how many of Jagdtiger's troops are actually in his own base, and with how many level 3 soldiers he's actually attacking. I think it was almost everything, probably.
It's like maybe 50.
Because the rest is staying to the bottom and walking in there, probably.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Alex needs to make like really bad decisions here. The question is, does Jagdtiger know where the towers are? Probably like the ones below the river he might know about, but the one to the right he doesn't know about, else he would have sent something to snipe it. But
and
he might
there's a
find
large
it.
army inside Jagdtiger's settlement, and Jagdtiger is kind of going against it with a few of those bowmen, making it.
He should have just like passed around it. If you make this Hail Mary play, you need to commit. But maybe he wants to fight it and just pulls everything back and tries to surround it.
Yes, I think that might also be
nice
like
play.
that's also pretty good play.
Yeah, I like it.
And no matter what he's doing, just being at the barracks with your bowman, you kind of have to do that. Otherwise, it looks like you genuinely gave up your settlement. And when it looks like that, you actually taking a good fight in the enemy land will get.
But he shouldn't be fighting there. He should be pulling back until his.
Yeah, I think right now, like seeing that he's wanting to come in with his troops from the north, he shouldn't be fighting right now. I agree.
Yeah, because then he won't be trading that positively. Because Alex can tuck in between his barracks after he finishes those soldiers and then have a good fight against the X-Men.
Yeah. I mean, this right flank definitely looks one for Jagdtiger, but the left just is rough.
I mean, the right flank is not really winning, and Alex can pull most of it back and just leaves like four or five soldiers. So he is able to like
loot
them for a bit.
It's not really winning the way you'd want something like that to be winning.
Yeah, not like the left side. I mean, he's again 60 kills down.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just was wanting to see.
And if he wasn't down
good.
60 kills, he would be still not even because he doesn't have as much fighting mana.
Even if he wasn't down 60 kills, he would still also just have straight up less troops. Like, sure, right now he has more troops in the position where he wants to take the fight, but he's taking the fight poorly.
And he's getting banned.
Yeah.
The ban hammer has been swung, and it's not like the Tor's ban hammer.
No. Both
also that's like a really bad fight, and Alex might also get his butterflies to be good on these soldiers.
Yeah, we just saw one.
Yeah. He was thinking the same, probably. Okay, maybe I was too confident, and maybe Jagdtiger will just lose every game, and Alex is just like unbeatable.
I've seen jagdtiger do it a lot like that, where he just kind of sends the soldiers in like in a line and doesn't really pull them together.
Yeah.
I've seen that a
as
lot,
he
so it's
does,
not
he's
something
just
that
getting
fully
ported
surprises
away and
me.
ported away and ported away, and those ported troops are just getting fucked up by the.
It's like, essentially, Slayer is fighting with his entire army.
Yeah. And Jagdtiger is not. He has 110 troops. Look at the kills.
Nah,
It's
over.
160
It's over.
to 320. It's over. It's absolutely over. And he still has 175 mana, so even if he sneaks through to the towers, he will just get banned again. But then not into the troops on the right, but then into the troops on the left. So he's like from the left, he's banning to the right, and after that he takes a fight on the right and banning to the left. Masterclass. Just a masterclass.
Yeah, that's apparently the GG from Jagdtiger.
I wouldn't want to play that.
No, I think there wasn't really, like, realistically, I don't think he was.
He didn't have enough troops, and he is like 170 kills down.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, the game is over. I feel like even before that, he probably went into a state of considering the game to be done.
Yeah, he must have. He should have done like a Hail Mary play where everything went into Slayer settlement and
either
his towers
that
were like in the back.
Or actually do a proper fight in his own land with all of his soldiers together and not one after each other. That looked like the classic League of Legends fight where one player goes in, dies against 5 people, then the next player goes in, dies against 5 people, then the next. Like, it's one by one, and you just never trade well. It just isn't good. Yeah, unfortunate. That's the second game. Absolute disaster in every single way possible. Beside maybe Slayer's round, because Slayer actually played.
Besides Slayer's round, I'm correct.
Although his internet was not with us.
Okay. That was a total disaster. You're right.
So yeah. I'll now be going to them because I'm pretty sure they might be doing an interview. And I'll be translating that as I'm recording right now and gonna throw things together in the end anyway. So
I'm joining the German interview.
Indeed.
Ja, GG an Jagdtiger und vor allem Alex. Seid ihr beide da?
Ja.
Okay.
Ja, perfekt.
And GG is called.
Alex, du gehst hier mit 2-0 heute aus dem ersten Arbeitstag raus. Ich würde sagen, alles in allem ist für dich hier, glaube ich, ziemlich sahnig gelaufen. Ich glaube, beide Spiele sind zumindest von der Execution her, von dem, was du vom Aufbau gezeigt hast, wirklich ziemlich gut gelaufen. Oder würdest du das anders sehen?
Just saying that the games look pretty good by Slayer.
Also im ersten Spiel
Now asking if Slayer would
Fall.
like agrees with that.
Nur sehr zufrieden. Im zweiten Spiel jetzt eher weniger. Da waren schon so ein paar Sachen drin.
He's very happy about his first game.
Im Endeffekt war die Karte halt auch sehr gut, muss man sagen.
Second game
Hat vieles gerettet.
was
Aber da, ja, war schon noch ein bisschen.
wasn't smooth right apparently. I mean, all the disconnects.
Ja, du hast jetzt hier den,
But yeah, he was saying that the map really helped him because the map was really good.
Wir machen jetzt eben kurz hier reden über das zweite Game, weil das erste jetzt doch nochmal ein bisschen weit weg ist. Da können wir uns gleich nochmal reinstürzen. Du hast jetzt hier
Interview will
den
firstly go mostly over the second game.
Spezialaufbau in, würdest vielleicht sagen, Longplay-Version ausgepackt, weil du 4 Farmen statt 2 gespielt hast. Hast du, wie war da die Entscheidung, dass du nicht
Can get
die
referred to
Tastenvariante
as
mit 2 Farben
like
gespielt
the
hast, sondern jetzt auch mal ein bisschen mehr in Essen
built by
investiert
Slayer
hast,
to be
zu deinem
the
Decision-Making führen,
Dunny
oder,
longplay
war das
version.
einfach
Dunny
deiner
is
Meinung nach der
the
perfekte Aufbau für
SF
Karten?
Antimaterie who was in the tournament before and played this
Also,
build
erstmal
with 2 grain farms
falls er
into lots of mana.
dann ganz leicht jemand ausrichten. Also habe ich auf jeden Fall von ihm inspirieren lassen.
And
Rumprobiert.
they said he
Im
did
Aufbau
get
war
inspired by
schon
him.
Von Anfang an ja zu 3 Farmen tendiert. 2 war man dann doch gut zu scharf.
He tried it initially,
Dann
but
einfach
it
auch-
instantly
muss man zu sehr
went
auf
to
Mana
3 farms as Antimaterie used to only
okay,
play 2
okay,
farms.
schnell weg, ohne dass man nicht davon rechten Value hat. Hier, weil die Eisenminen dann doch so absurd gut waren,
Because Iron Mines were
Fokus gut
so
spawnen
good on this
konnte
map.
und ich auch eine
Actually
doppelte
went,
Steinmine gesehen habe, die ich eigentlich bauen wollte, weil Stein so ein bisschen knapp war.
yeah,
Dachte ich mir,
to
okay, dann baue ich lieber ein bisschen mehr Brot.
yeah. And this was
Baue
like
ich
he
jetzt nicht, bevor
went to
ich
go
dann
to 4 grain
irgendwie einen
farms
Haufen Eisen übrig habe, Brot
because he
gegeben,
has
keinen Stein habe
so
und
great iron mines. Fish
das
is
war so ein
easy to
bisschen
get.
Gedanke und
There was a
dann
stone
konnte
mine he
halt
wanted to actually use a bit.
ein bisschen auf Fischpump und dann halt nur noch Mana bauen. Aber da waren die Timings halt nicht so on time, wie es sein könnte. Dafür war der Solikont ein bisschen besser als in einigen Übungsrunden. Das hat sich vielleicht auch ein bisschen ausgeglichen, aber man hat es vielleicht am Agavenlager gesehen zu PT, das ist natürlich so nicht der Plan.
Apparently there was
Ja.
a Gave
Ich
store
hatte
to
aber ein bisschen mit
PT.
Siedlern zu kämpfen, ein bisschen mit Stein noch mal zwischendurch.
Has a few settlers
Aber auch mit
issues,
Holz
stone
tatsächlich. Holz war
issues.
fast Longplay das größere Problem, weil
Oh, even planks
ja, ich
apparently
hatte
he
nur
was
12
struggling
Holzfäller
with. Is
und
what
da
he's
waren
saying.
Holzfäller dabei, liefen alle nicht so gut. Also Holz war immer so ein bisschen knapp. Ja, dann sind die Gebäude nicht so fertig geworden, wie es vielleicht hätte fertig werden sollen. Und ja, dann ist halt auch keine Übungsrunde, sondern halt ein Turnierspiel. Dann baust du halt nochmal ein paar kleine Türme, baust einen Satz Tiris, baust Aussichtstürme.
And then he says it's not like a practice game, it's
Ja,
actually a
dann
tournament game.
gehen
And
halt so,
then you
gehen halt so 1-2 Minuten vielleicht.
build a few more towers, you
Ja.
build a beautification
Das hat auch noch mal
set, and then
zwischenzeitlich
you lose a few
30, 40,
soldiers,
50
a bit
Steine
mana.
gefehlt. Da hat Jagdtiger lange Finger gezeigt. Was, glaube ich, auch für dich, Jagdtiger, ziemlich entscheidend war zwischendurch, weil du dich, glaube ich, schon erheblich verschätzt hast, was dein Steineinkommen für dein Stein zu Eisen angeht. Und
Now it
ja,
goes
dann hast du ein bisschen
like,
Support gekriegt von der
with the
anderen
transition of
Seite.
like this stone issue from
Hat dich das nochmal ein
there,
bisschen
he mentions the thieves,
aufgerettet oder wärst du auch so
and
wahrscheinlich schon wieder fein
King
gewesen?
Cat's analysis in his cast apparently
Ja,
was that
probably jetzt eine
stone
Minute oder
situation
so
was
gerettet oder
relatively
so, aber
thin.
ja, ich glaube, langfristig wäre es okay gewesen. Ich hatte jetzt hier genug Steinmetze, aber irgendwie kamen die so 5 Minuten zu spät an, ne?
Ja.
And yeah,
Du
actually
hast dich
guys saying
jetzt
yeah,
dazu
stone was a bit of an
entschieden,
issue
dir
for him, and it was nice,
ja,
but
so das klassische
long term he would have had
Wikinger
enough stone,
Mirrors
but
Game
they
zu
were like
spielen,
5
wo
minutes too
du
late.
jetzt einfach die Äxte durchbaust und möglicherweise den Plan hattest, einfach ins Gegnerland zu rennen, wenn der Gegner hoffentlich gerade nicht zu Hause ist und seine Türme umzumähen mit Äxten und Priestern. Hast dich dann aber am Ende doch dazu entschieden, die Soldaten dann doch
And now
in
it's about the
einen
fight, about the
Verteidigungskampf
unit
wieder
comp.
zurückzuziehen. War das an der Einsicht geschuldet, dass du einfach nicht so viele Soldaten zu PT hattest oder
And now the question is why
hast du
did
dich
come
da vielleicht
the
auch ein bisschen
conclusion
vertan,
of
dass
actually going
Alex
back to
Attacke
his
da
own land and
doch
trying
noch
to
sehr
defend
viel
in his
Power
own
mit dabei
land
hatte?
instead of going into the enemy?
Also ich konnte, das Problem ist also, so viel hatte jetzt Alex ja nicht unbedingt in meinem Land. Ich weiß nicht, wie viel das waren, so 150, würde ich schätzen. Ich dachte halt, dass ich, wenn ich mit dem Kram von da oben komme, dass ich die Truppen irgendwie eingekesselt bekomme. Das hätte bestimmt auch funktionieren können, wenn ich nicht einfach getrollt hätte.
So he was saying that he didn't feel like there was that much
aber
in
unabhängig
his
davon,
land,
ich weiß jetzt nicht, wie viele Bands das waren, aber
and he
irgendwann
felt like he
Armee
could have
einfach
gotten a good
in
trade if
Alex
he
rechte Armee
got a
verschwinden
good
würde.
encirclement on
Keine
it.
Ahnung, ob das überhaupt funktioniert hätte.
And then with the mana,
Ich glaube, dafür hat
like he
er dann
didn't
doch irgendwie die Truppen
play it too
gefehlt,
well, he
weil, keine
says,
Ahnung,
but it's
irgendwie,
also
ich habe das
the
halt ja gar nicht
mana
rausbekommen
made him
und
feel less
die Leute
confident as
dazu,
well
das
when
hat
he
nicht
saw that.
ausgespielt.
If that even would have worked.
Ja, ich glaube, es war, als du dann da ihn surrounden wolltest in deinem Land, da hatte Alex immer noch 300 Kampfmana gerade auf dem Konto, hat ein paar Schmetterlinge gezaubert und hat dann aber viel gebannt von da an. Und ja, da war, glaube ich, auch nicht mehr viel zu holen gewesen. Aber an der Stelle jetzt die Frage, üblicherweise wird man ja versuchen, auf die Türme des Gegners zu gehen. Oder normalerweise wäre das so das Play gewesen. Du hattest ja unten eben auch diese Schwerter- und Bogenschützen in Position. Und eigentlich ist das so der perfekte Jagdtiger-Moment, wo dann alles konvergiert auf die Türme des Gegners. Aber ja, da hast du dich eben gegen entschieden. Da würde mich mal interessieren, was du an der Stelle gesehen hast,
You know,
das dich dann dazu
now specifically, why not just go into the enemy
hat,
land?
dass du halt doch den Verteidigungskampf nimmst, anstatt alles in seine Richtung zu
Like,
jodeln, was
why
ja
bring
nicht
everything
unüblich
back
ist.
instead of everything
Ich
to
konnte
the
nicht
enemy?
einschätzen, wie viel da exakt rechts steht.
As
Ich
the
wusste, da stehen auf
thing.
jeden Fall noch ein relativ großer Haufen Truppen so. Wie viel das jetzt war, keine Ahnung.
Okay.
Und
He
dadurch,
said
dass
he
ich wusste, dass er schon sehr viel Mana haben will,
couldn't
dachte ich, dass es sinnlos ist
couldn't
und
really
ich
judge how much
halt
there's there.
besser in der Verteidigung bin, aber keine Ahnung, ich kann es nicht einschätzen.
With all the mana,
erzählt.
like he saw that like the mana eco he saw it. I mean, he was destroying the deserts.
Ja. Hattest
Um,
du,
he knew there was
Sorgen
lots of mana, and he didn't
gegen
feel that
Alex, oder
confident,
hast
and
du
felt
dich
like he
mit
could just take a
deinem
defensive fight a bit
doch,
better.
auch wenn du kleine Mängel
But
bei
couldn't really
dir
judge it too well.
findest, glaubst du, dass du vielleicht doch einfach powerful genug warst zu PT, dass da eigentlich gar nichts anbrennen konnte? Wie sicher hast du dich gefühlt?
how confident did Slayer feel in this
Also,
game?
dem Moment, wo man sich so richtig sicher fühlt gegen Jagdtiger, hat man auf jeden Fall eigentlich schon einen Fehler gemacht. Also so richtig sicher habe ich mich lange nicht gefühlt. Erst als ich gesehen habe, okay, er zieht anscheinend diese Armee wirklich in die Verteidigung zurück. Und währenddessen gewinne ich aber an die Kasernen, habe die Kasernen schon dicht, habe noch Blasrohre da im Gegnerland und halt noch einen Haufen Mana übrig. Dachte ich mir, okay, jetzt bin ich halbwegs sicher, so kurz vorm Abriss. Davor zu PT war so, ja, okay, ich habe meine Türme noch gebaut bekommen,
Against Jagdtiger,
Cities noch gebaut bekommen.
feeling safe, just
War ich
you've
schon
done a
so
mistake.
halbwegs fein,
Shouldn't feel
hab auch
safe.
genug Blasrohre aufs Feld gekriegt.
You
halt,
only
ja,
really
auch
felt safe when he saw that the army at the top went home to defend, but he already kind of wanted the barracks.
So eine Restgefahr, also ist schon unangenehm bleibt's, also musste trotzdem aufpassen. Mich dann zwar in die Offensive getraut, weil ich
And he had the blowgunners
okay, ich hab jetzt
against the
eigentlich
X-Warriors and like
so
against the
ganz ordentlich
melees
Numbers
overall,
draußen.
really good unit, the mana.
Hab jetzt bei ihm auch nicht so viel ehrlicherweise gesehen. Dachte, okay, jetzt kann ich auch mal ein bisschen vorpushen, reingehen, hab schon noch genug Blasrohre. Da habe ich halt die Kontereinheit. Das
Yeah.
ja, wird sich dann
Counter
schon
unit of the blowgunners really
und Mana muss ich halt ein bisschen
what made him
nicht zu viel
push.
einsetzen. Dann
And
halt
the mana
die
is like the
ganzen
thing he
Waffen
was like,
lösen.
he can use it at any
Ja.
place,
Das Schöne
which
ist
is like the
natürlich,
really
dass man beim Wikinger nicht
strong
so Angst
thing.
haben muss, dass er die Priester irgendwie wegtötet oder so. Auch mein offensiver Priester.
True. That's
Ich
something he also
kann
said.
eigentlich entspannt meine ganzen
The
Bugs
priest, like he didn't need to be
Fall.
scared that the priest would be sniped because Vikings can't
Ja.
do that in any way.
in der Hinsicht halbwegs fein. Aber was ich noch sagen will, zu PT war noch Krise, weil ich ja meinen Siedlermangel so 50 bis 55 hatte, so um den Dreh.
Peacetime.
Habe ich ja nicht wirklich nochmal Diebe. Ich habe nochmal ein paar Diebe zurückgewandelt, die ich eigentlich zum Scouten noch benutzen wollte.
Oh, at peacetime he
So
was.
Halbvision, so
He didn't feel safe whatsoever because he didn't have the vision he wanted to because of the settlers shortage at like 50 to 55 minutes. He converted a few of the seas. He would have wanted to use the scouting back for settlers and just didn't get the scouting info he wanted to actually feel confident at PT.
Gerungen, soll ich jetzt raufgehen, soll ich nicht raufgehen, hast wieder zurückgezogen und ja, irgendwann gesagt, yo, das ist jetzt der
The
Moment.
Kinkat analysis of like, yeah, was never really was sure what to do. Went forward, went backward, went forward, went backward. At some point, he actually decided to go in.
Vom Aufbau her, glaube ich, sah es eigentlich erstmal, glaube ich, ganz okay aus, aber du hast halt eben, glaube ich, das erste Timing für den Steinzauber dann nicht getroffen. Hast du dich ja vertan mit Steinbrüchen oder, weiß nicht, war vielleicht auch der Plan, eher mit Eisenschmelzen zu starten, weil du ja, glaube ich, schon einige Eisenminen auch relativ früh gebaut hattest, dann aber keine Eisenschmelzen mit dabei kamen.
Yeah, now it's a bit more about the economy.
Passiert.
Ist viel schief gelaufen, glaube ich. Also zum einen haben die Steine gefehlt, das ist richtig. Deswegen habe ich ja angefangen mit dem Klauen.
Question was
dann ist, ja, die Eisenminen, die waren
relatively
also ich
good.
hätte früher auch Eisenschmelzen gebaut, aber dadurch,
But then
dass
the
mein
first
Jäger
stone to
batteriert
iron
stand
didn't come in
und ich,
time.
keine Lust hatte, den Jäger da oben zu bezaubern.
And
musste ich den
yeah,
Plan auch erstmal
few
verwerten.
like reasons
Ich mein,
Kinkat
es
put
war
up.
jetzt, ich glaube, so schlimm war es gar nicht, dass die Steine gefehlt haben. Ich habe einfach erstmal Goldschmelzen dann gebaut, aber
Yeah, there was a bit of a stone shortage,
Waffen haben ja nicht wirklich gefehlt,
which is
einfach
the
nur
reason why he
weil
started
dann
stealing
wieder
stone.
Goldschmelzen vergessen wurden. Also ich glaube, es war overall noch in Ordnung, war jetzt natürlich nicht gut, also
Wasn't actively planning on going
können,
into
aber,
like
ja,
early
keine Ahnung.
iron smelters, which was one option that
An der
Kinkat
Stelle ist vielleicht
gave.
noch die Frage, was
And
du dir
instead
von
he
dem
like built some
Spiel
gold
erhofft
smelters and
hast.
stuff and
Du hast ja
tried
den
to
Maya-Pick gesehen und ja, hast dich dazu entschlossen, mit wirklich
yeah
zu
work
antworten.
around it and
Hater
felt
würden
like
jetzt
it was
vielleicht eher sagen,
relatively
dass du
okay.
wieder von den Spezialeinheiten her dich freiwillig in ein Counter-Matchup begeben hast, weil Blasröhre, glaube ich, schon Wikinger, Äxte und auch Schwerter gut im Griff halten können. Ja,
And now the question is, what
auch
was
wenn du jetzt
Jagdtiger's
mit
plan
0-2
going into this
dastehst,
game
wie
against
wir,
Mayans that have the
wie schätzt du die
blowgunners? He
Lage für
made
nächste
so many
Beispiel ein? Du hast
axes,
auf jeden
like
Fall dann 2 Main-Civs noch.
put himself
Hast du
into
jetzt
the
heute
special unit
auch
counter.
von den Civs, die Alex jetzt hier heute gespielt hat, hast du das erreicht, was du haben wolltest und bist guter Dinge für morgen?
Now a bit about how he feels about tomorrow, considering if the shifts that he still has
Ich war mir
available.
selber nicht so ganz sicher, was mein Ziel heute ist. Also, das ist das Problem.
Okay. So Jagdtiger said he
in Ordnung.
wasn't quite sure what his goal would be today. That was kind of the issue.
Die OP-Tipps sind ja immer noch zur Verfügung, also passt das schon bestimmt.
And he says his OP sifs are still available, so surely it'll work.
Wenn wir wechseln würden, will ich hier gerne noch den anderen Castern hier Chance geben, hier über Game 2 hier Fragen zu stellen. Also haut raus.
Wir waren ja so ein bisschen raus dann auch zwischendurch. Wir haben dann nachher deinen Stream gecastet, aber war ein bisschen anstrengend. Mich hat so ein bisschen die Frage umgetrieben, ob nicht der Call für Jagdtiger gewesen wäre, die doppelte Steinmine da auch deutlich eher zu bauen. Vielleicht sogar noch eine zweite Steinmine zu bauen und einfach direkt 5 Farmen zu bauen und einfach die Planierer gar nicht nach da unten laufen zu lassen. Hast du darüber nachgedacht? Ist das für dich ein Play, was du als Wiki
Oh.
auch irgendwie in Betracht ziehst? Einfach mal zu
Vincent
sagen, ja gut, wenn die
brings
Steinfelder scheiße
on
liegen, baue
the
ich halt eine Farm mehr und mehr Steinminen?
stone mine discussion we
Ja,
had.
also ich habe eigentlich die 5.
okay.
Farm einfach vergessen. Das war das Problem.
Oh,
Normalerweise
Jagdtiger
baue ich
just
die immer,
forgot the
aber,
5th farm, apparently.
ja, das Game habe ich aus irgendeinem Grund vergessen und dann wollte ich es auch einfach nicht mehr bauen.
Yeah, then he just didn't want to build it
Ja,
anymore.
also normalerweise mache ich genau das, weil dann lasse ich lieber mal 1, 2 Steinminen mitlaufen
Hmm.
und komme dann vernünftig
He
in
said that
die-
normalerweise,
den ersten
normally
Chapter
he
rein.
actually does exactly that. He rather has 1 or 2 stone mines running than is
Der Fluss,
digging a
konntest du
few
da die Lücke nicht bebauen, weil es da so hügelig war?
in Narnia.
Doch, aber das waren dunkelrote Baupunkte und die baue ich halt erst, wenn ich es wirklich brauche.
Then talking about the river situation we had at one point.
Also ich meine, ich hatte jetzt nicht wirklich Flussprobleme hier gehabt.
Wasn't building something
Nö.
there.
Und du hast
Said
ja
he
auch
just
genug
didn't because of
See da unten.
red
Ja, genau.
pixel and he
Hast dann auf einmal relativ
Going
viel
into
Fisch
the-
gebaut und hast irgendwie gefühlt auch sehr, sehr viel in Eisenminen investiert, bevor du überhaupt deine Waffenschmieden hattest. War das irgendwie hier auch eine bewusste Entscheidung, weil du halt gemerkt hast, dass der Stein so wenig war? Oder war das eine Sache, die du immer machst?
Lag tatsächlich primär daran, dass die Planierer in der Weltgeschichte herumspaziert
So
sind, so ein
he-
bisschen. Die waren wirklich überall.
It's like
Und
about the
dadurch, dass die
fish that
Fernindustrie
Vincent
dann
was
halt auch
talking about.
dementsprechend etwas delayed kam, habe ich
It
halt
was
geguckt, dass ich zumindest das
what?
Holz irgendwo reinkloppe, dass die Sägen nicht voll liegen.
Okay.
Was ich trotzdem nicht so ganz geschafft habe, aber ja,
Apparently it
das
was
wäre
because the
bestimmt
digger
ein bisschen
management was
abgefragt.
really weird and bad, and then he just wanted to kind of get rid of
Der
the
lag ja
wood.
wahrscheinlich auch an den Steinmetzen, die du unten gebaut hast. Also da hast du schon einige Planierer durch die Weltgeschichte geschickt auf jeden Fall. Waren auch extrem lange Laufwege von der Schwerindustrie.
Ja, also rückblickend betrachtet, so was vermutlich ein Fehler. Aber ja, keine Ahnung, ich habe irgendwie, weil ich weiß es auch nicht. Also
Ja, war auch mit dem ganzen Reload natürlich irgendwann alles lost. Also ja, für Alex
Final
hätten wir
words
sonst
of
noch die
Jagdtiger
Frage
was
nach den
I
Planierern, oder
don't
ich
know.
zumindest. Du hast ja unten die ganzen Steinmetze gebaut und wir haben nachgezählt 15 Planierer darunter gejagt. War das dann eine bewusste Entscheidung, nicht den Split zu nehmen, sondern an einer Stelle zu bauen, um ein entspannteres Game zu haben, weil du zu dem Zeitpunkt noch ganz gut im Vorplanieren warst?
Now it's
Du
about
hättest
the
ja auch deine Schwerindustrie quasi
digging
von unten nach
situation
oben
about the
hochziehen
stone
können. Du
cutters
hast
where
den
he
Walter ja eigentlich ganz
sent
gut
like
weggemacht.
16 stone cutters all the way to the bottom stone field there.
Gerade von dem dritten Steinfeld quasi unten.
Genau, also 2,5. Ja. Also hast du wirklich 15 Planierer nämlich runterlaufen lassen
Ja.
und die sind dann auch einfach straight wieder hochgelaufen, ohne dass du überhaupt irgendwas auf dem Weg gebaut hast.
Ja, wahrscheinlich nicht optimal, aber ja, in dem Game war ich, wie ich ja vorhin auch schon gemeint habe, mal zwischendurch auch eher so ein bisschen am Holz strugglen und das Verbauen war gar nicht so das Ding.
Interesting.
Ich konnte
So what he was saying with the
recht
planks
schnell
earlier, like
relativ
that's
hochgehen. Das ist
he
halt
said
so ein
like
bisschen so der
probably
Vorteil,
wasn't optimal
viel
with the
Mana baut
15
und
diggers that
weniger
go straight
Werkzeug.
down to the stone cutters and then instantly come back up.
Von dem her konnte ich es mir, glaube ich, leisten.
But he said he was like
Ja,
kind of
es ist
struggling with
sicherlich nicht
wood here and
optimal. Es gibt
there.
halt ein bisschen auch Schwerindustrie, die
So
in die Richtung ziehen können.
he feels like he kind of was able
Ja, aber der
to
meiste Werk war
afford
halt
it,
dann doch eher nach oben, deswegen wollte ich
but
jetzt auch nicht zu viel da unten bauen. Auch wenn ich mal vielleicht früher ein Steinlager hätte bauen sollen, weil das habe ich dann schon gemerkt, die Steinwege sind ziemlich weit geworden. Und,
Yeah.
das ist
didn't
dann
want to
schlecht.
build that much down there and
besser
feels like it wasn't that bad. Which I agree.
Das,
Du
glaub ich,
baust
wäre
die
auch-
Siedler
wäre eine
eh da
coole Idee
unten.
gewesen, ja.
Ja.
A stone
Oder vielleicht eine
storage.
Goldmine und ein mittleres oder also, ne, du hattest ja dann schon relativ viel große da im Bau, wobei du dann da ja auch einmal in Siedlermangel gekommen
Stone
bist.
storage is
Obwohl,
what
das war
they
später. Nee, sorry.
is what Slayer would have said he felt like he should have
Ja,
actually
das ist
added.
klassische, ich glaube, ich habe jetzt sehr viele Siedler sehr schnell gebaut. Jetzt brauche ich erstmal keine mehr und dann, ja, erstmal 10 Minuten später 10 Siedler mehr und ja, dann reicht es halt nicht mehr.
Ja. Ich hatte mich nur gefragt, ob es wirklich eine bewusste Entscheidung war, weil du hattest schon recht, du hast nicht wirklich deinen Holzstruggle gehabt. Du hast ja in der Zeit auch gerade Minen gebaut. Also du
Ja.
brauchtest das Holz eh. Und dann ist es natürlich auch nett, den Planierer-Split nicht nehmen zu müssen, weil der kostet schon auch immer Aufmerksamkeit, finde ich.
Ja, aber es war auf jeden Fall ein kleiner Fehler. Also das habe ich dann schon auch gemerkt. Ich habe eigentlich auch zu viel. Ich bin dann auf 18 Steinmetze quasi rauf durch die 4
Oh yeah,
Stücke.
the 18. Yeah, he said he
Und das
was
ist eigentlich nicht sein müssen.
all
Ich
the
bin
way
mit
up
16
to
dann noch fein gewesen.
18
Da
stone
wirklich die
cutters, and he
ganze
was like,
Stelle
ah, that's
sauber
too much.
arbeiten
Which I
können.
agree, like, you don't need 18 stone
Das
cutters
reicht
as
erstmal,
mains for
solange man
4
nicht
sawmills.
irgendwie dann
Unless you
anfängt, viel
really
zu
want to be
bauen.
efficient about
Dann
them,
hast du
which
schon
you
auf
shouldn't.
Verträgen noch 16 Steinmetze zu spielen. Dann hätte ich auf jeden Fall mal 2 weniger bauen können. Mal 5, 6 Planierer weniger darunter schleifen lassen.
I mean, he
Die
essentially says the
doppelte lief
same.
doch zu dem
Aber
Zeitpunkt, glaube ich, sogar auch noch, die doppelte Steinmine.
genau, die hatte ich ja da auch stehen. Also das
Yeah,
war
Doppel Stone Mine was running
Ja,
at
das ist
that
bei mir
point
so
as well.
hart.
Like, there was no reason to
Steinfeld,
put
ich muss ja
18
jetzt den
stone cutters.
Petersmeier. Der ist mal alles in Steinmetze vollkloppen. Aber ja, das war ein bisschen wenig Hinschmalz in der Entscheidung drin. Das war mehr so Automatismus.
Ja.
It's like an automatic thing.
Mehr hatten wir, glaube
It's
ich,
like,
sonst auch nicht.
Stone
Wenn
is
Argos
mine.
nicht noch irgendwas hat.
nope.
Ja, dann gehen wir nochmal ein Spiel weiter zurück zu Game 1.
Now we're going back
Da
to Game
haben wir jetzt
1.
hier Wikinger gegen Römer gesehen. Und ja, wir hatten schon leicht intern hier unter Spielern und den Castern darüber geredet. Ich will es aber trotzdem nochmal hier vor allen Leuten tun. Jagdtiger hatte hier mit dem Römer-Pick eröffnet und du, Alex, hattest eine, glaube ich, doch relativ starke Meinung dazu. Die kannst du nochmal gerne erzählen.
Okay, yeah, we had a little bit of a
Also ich hab das
discussion
Gefühl
in
gehabt,
between
dass,
Game 1 and Game 2.
Hier Jagdtiger mit Römer reingestartet hat.
Ja.
Und
And
ich
yeah,
kenn
it goes about the question of why first pick Romans.
Und dachte ich, okay, Wiki, also das war so das eine Ding. Ich habe mir natürlich auch viel Spoiler, ich habe viel Gedanken natürlich auch vor unserem Aufeinandertreffen hier gemacht, wann welche Völker zu picken sind.
Yeah.
Bisschen, okay, was mache ich von der Karte?
He put quite a lot of Slayer says he put quite a lot of thought into pick
Ich habe
ban.
gedacht, okay, die eine Sache, die ich auf gar keinen Fall will, ist, dass ich
And he said the
mit
one
einem Römer
thing
in seinen Wiki
he
reinlaufe.
definitely doesn't want
Weil ich finde, das so ein
is
bisschen irgendwie so ein
playing
Worst Case, weil wenn ich schon
Romans
spiele,
against
oder
Viking.
was heißt, generell will man ja wirklich eher spielen, wenn man halt wahrscheinlich weiter weg ist von der Spiegelachse, weil man ja dann weniger Steine hat tendenziell und dann oft die Posis auch recht weitläufig sind, das heißt man hat Platz.
And especially on
Und
that
auf so einer
position.
Karte ich dann mein Römer spiele, weil ich jetzt nicht unbedingt ein steinlastiges Volk spielen will, dann hat man halt sehr viel Platz zwischen den zwei Siedlungen und ja, ich meine, Jagdtiger hat jetzt auch hier gezeigt, er spielt halt seine Äxte, auch auf der Karte, wo es ein bisschen enger zugeht. Aber auf so einer weitläufigen Karte, da rennst du halt garantiert in Only Äxte
Yeah.
rein. Und
And I am listening too much and they're not talking enough.
Ja, dagegen einfach.
Yeah, he like
weil du halt
it was like there was like a longer map. You have lots of
Äxte
space to use X Warriors. Romans don't have a counter against X Warriors, they just don't. Like the one kind of thing in this game where it's like it's the only matchup that actually feels not that nicely balanced in my opinion. And kind of what he says as well, like he feels like that's actually really rough. And
die Fights ganz gut nehmen konnte. Also
even on a small map like this one, he said X Warriors.
Sehr, sehr anstrengend war. Ich weiß nicht mal, wie gut es rüberkommt im Cast, aber war
even on this map,
das anstrengendste Spiel, das ich
ja,
gespielt habe.
Tiger played the X Warriors and
Also zumindest von
yeah, X Warriors are
Fights her
really
lief das ziemlich gut, aber du hast dann auch
really
wieder
dangerous
deine,
for Romans.
Jessen
And
Flashback,
I was saying that the fights
wo
went actually
einmal
really
die
well
Soldaten
for him in the
verschieden
first
gesehen,
game.
dann doch,
And the
stark
one thing he
dann
said that I want to notice was that
dann aber
it was
die
actually
zum
quite
Beispiel,
hard
ja,
and it
ich
was
glaube, es waren 6 Schüsse
the
gebraucht hat, um einen Turm niederzukriegen.
most difficult to play game for him in the
Bist du immer noch
tournament so
überzeugt, dass
far.
Römer gegen
Most,
Maschinen genügend Damage machen?
yeah, the thing that
Ja, tatsächlich.
asked the most of him.
Man muss ja auch sagen, die Wiki-Türme sind ja dafür ziemlich weak, also die fallen relativ schnell um, aber als Römer sollte man
das war
auch.
relativ schnell.
Ja, das war ein großer Turm, ne? Ein kleiner Turm wäre wahrscheinlich mit 2 Schüssen weg gewesen.
Ich guess 3.
Ja, es sind ja auch, genau, sind ja auch Belagerungsmaschinen, ne? Also eine Belagerung ist ja nicht ein Rush, sondern es ist eine Belagerung. Dementsprechend, ich glaube, das ist okay.
Okay, so I just want to mention that
Das hat dann
now it's like
zweite
about the
Feuer.
War
Ich
Machine
glaube, das Problem war
he can
noch,
attack.
ich weiß nicht, was Jagdtiger
And King Cat kind of
das
salting in there
sehr
that the
heavy,
War Machine
weil-
took
also, es hat
quite a
sich eigentlich
while.
angefühlt, dass der erste Turm so lange
Let's
gebraucht hat, aber ich habe
destroy
gemerkt,
the tower.
ist halt jetzt stuck an den eigenen Soldaten und ist halt einfach nicht mehr nach vorne gekommen und der zweite wurde halt gar nicht abgeschossen dadurch. Ich glaube, das war das größere Problem an der ganzen Sache. Wenn die halt durchgehend feuern hätte können, dann glaube ich, wäre ich gestorben. Also wenn die jetzt wirklich 18 Schüsse hintereinander rausgeknallt hätte, so lange hat der Kampf auf jeden Fall gedauert. Aber ja, ich war ganz froh, dass die ein bisschen
Yeah,
ich weiß nicht,
it's a bit of a balancing talk. It's like
geht auch nicht um
so there was like
ein bisschen die Meat Shields davor haben.
like War Machines aren't supposed to be able to just rush down like the X Warriors kind of thing. Though X Warriors, in my opinion, are a little too quick. Like they should actually take quite a while, in my opinion. But there's like the issue of balance with how armor, HP interact and other War Machines.
Das ist mir schon ein bisschen in den Sinn gekommen, als ich das gesehen habe. Und wollte es auf keinen Fall wiederholen in dem Moment. Aber
And he did have the flashbacks. I was also King mentioning. He did have the flashbacks of the Essen game that we were talking about in the pre-show a bit.
Fitnessuhr dran gehabt. Ja, die hatte keine gesunde Anzeige gehabt.
But luckily, yeah, the War Machine was stuck behind the bowman after the first tower, and he himself thought as well that if the War Machine would have been able to fire all the way through after the first tower and not get stuck, he thinks he would have died there.
Ja, weiß ich nicht. Wenn du einen Plan hattest, sah es auf jeden Fall nicht so aus, als ob er funktioniert hätte. Jetzt, wo
Okay, now
das
question
Matchup
for
ja nicht mehr
Jagdtiger.
möglich ist, weil wir jetzt kein Römer gegen Wiki mehr sehen werden hier in dieser Serie.
Spiel 5.
Ja, doch, stimmt, okay. Aber ich will trotzdem vorsichtig fragen, wie.
Now the question goes to
Jagdtiger
Jagdtiger.
und dann
What
einfach
was
noch mal Alex,
his
wie ihr hier
plan against,
für Römer in
or
solchen Spielen
even
die,
later afterwards,
die Win-Condition
how do you
seht,
play as Romans against Vikings? What's the
was
win
er
condition?
immer machen muss, um gegen diesen geballten Haufen an Äxten auf der Karte klarzukommen?
Vermutlich nicht zu 1:10 vorlaufen. Ich glaube tatsächlich, dass der Römer, also es war generell eher ein schlechtes Matchup. Die Meinung teile ich, nur vermutlich kann der Römer einfach, vor allem auf solchen Karten, einfach sich hinten einbunkern und einfach so viele Bogenschützen horten, dass der Wiki irgendwann mit seinen Äxten da vermutlich auch dann seine Probleme haben wird.
Okay, Jagdtiger's opinion is just don't walk forward at 110 and just bunker in and wait till you have like so many soldiers that you can't really do anything with the X-Warriors either anymore.
Vermutlich könnte man so spielen, aber keine Ahnung. Ich habe mal wieder halt nicht wirklich vernünftig gescoutet vorne. Ich wollte halt zumindest irgendwie so grob vorm Land stehen, weil ich dachte, ich habe eigentlich genug Mana, ich habe genug Truppen, aber man sollte halt
He said he
mindestens genauso gute Runde hat.
didn't really scout that much. He felt good about his round. And yeah, he says right now you should have expected that the enemy has at least equally as good of a round. And yeah, just was a mistake. Standing so far forward.
Ja, also aus Römer-Sicht, wie man es spielt.
Also aus Römer-Sicht.
Yeah. And now Slayer's opinion how to play it as a Roman's perspective.
Eigentlich sehr auf Longplay gehen, wenn man
he agrees, long play,
muss eigentlich,
high soldier numbers,
kurz nach PT, da irgendwo
man kann
recht wenig machen.
Don't go in after PT.
Muss man aber auch extrem aufpassen.
You have to be very careful if you want to do stuff after PT.
Läuft, ist halt sofort ein schlechter Kampf. Und wenn dann noch ein Priester dabei ist und der dann irgendwie nochmal einfriert oder so, das habe ich jetzt in dem Spiel nicht wirklich gemacht. Da war ich immer ein bisschen hinten dran. Ich habe, glaube ich, einmal Truppen ein bisschen geviert. Dann kannst du halt nicht mal mehr weglaufen. Also mit Schwertern hat man schon schwer, mit dem Bogenschützen auf einer Fläche ist man bis zu einem halbwegs hohen Soldatencount und auch dementsprechender KK auch relativ machtlos.
Ja.
Aber man macht halt immer schon ein bisschen den Vorteil, man kann halt sehr viel Mana im Late Game hochstecken und wenn die Posi wie jetzt hier trotz der weiten Laufwege genug Stein gibt, dann glaube ich, kann man schon auf irgendwie so ein ziemliches Late Game Timing schon durchaus spielen, relativ großen Aufbau.
So things that you can play, I think he thinks you can play for pretty strong late game timing with lots and lots and lots of soldiers and also like the cheaper mana economy.
Und die halt irgendwie hochstecken und nichts damit anfangen. Also hätte auch irgendwann nicht mehr funktioniert. Aber ja, es ist schon sehr undankbar, vor allem sehr schwierig und
not a thankful matchup, hard to play. Weil er ist jetzt nicht der Typ, der and the playstyle definitely does not play in Jagdtiger's favor, as he is not the person to just chill out for minimum 30 minutes to stack up to like 1,000 soldiers, get a huge EQ running, which is what the only realistic way to win.
Ja, noch Fragen von den anderen Castern zum ersten Spiel?
Wir hatten da auch noch so einen Kommentar von Argos eben gehabt, der ja gerade auf Englisch das Ganze übersetzt, deswegen sag ich's mal. Argos hatte sonst noch die Idee, dass du da als Römer, wenn du das Mana hast, einfach gar keinen einzigen großen Kampf nimmst und sondern dich zu Stunde 15 ganz verteilt ums Land stellst und überall zwei, drei Sabos dabei hast und immer dann, wenn er mit Äxten kommt und du denkst, ich kann konverten, dann konvertest du, ansonsten hast du halt Schwerter und läufst weg. Das heißt, du nimmst eigentlich nur gute Fights gegen die Äxte, weil du entweder halt einen guten Kampf kriegst durch die Converts in den kleinen Numbers oder halt Damage machst mit Sabos. Mm, Ich persönlich glaube, dass das nicht spielbar ist als Römer. Also, wenn du perfekt spielst, mag das funktionieren, aber ich glaube, dass das im Regelfall nicht funktioniert. Aber ich
What I was talking
dazu
about
gerne ja auch eine andere Meinung dazu.
during the
Das, was
course of
Argos
game
vorgeschlagen
1.
hat, kann man machen, wenn man nicht wie ein Rentner spielt, aber
Yeah, what I was saying with
ich
like
glaube, ansonsten ist jetzt nicht viel
being
Spaß
from
dabei.
like coming from all different sides with the saboteurs, swords, and
Ich
only
glaub, man
taking a
läuft so ein bisschen in
fight
das
when you see
Problem,
I
was
will
auch
win
im
this
Ingame
for
passiert ist.
sure
Also
with
ich
the
ziehe
mana.
irgendwann 50 bis 80 Äxte, schick die mal runter und muss dann auch keine Angst haben, dass ihm jetzt 50 oder 80 Truppen im Hauptkampf fehlen, weil auch wenn er da jetzt diese Truppen weniger hat, dann gewinnt er den
And
Fight
that,
halt immer noch deutlich.
yeah,
Und
jagdtiger was
ja,
saying you
dementsprechend
can do that if you
großzügig
aren't
kann man sich dann, glaube ich, auch
what's
die
it called?
kleinen Störfeuer, die auf den Außenbahnen
Senior,
entstehen, dann auch kümmern.
but
Und wenn man da jetzt ja, Soldaten cleart und gleichzeitig noch einige Sabos einkassiert, dann ist das halt auch schon wieder guter Schaden.
Das war auch ein Gedanke, den ich hatte. Also ich wollte dann auch nicht zu kleine. Das habe ich so ganz am Anfang gemacht, so mal so einzelne, oder was heißt einzelne, aber so 10 Äxte mal irgendwo hinschicken oder 15. Und, aber das,
okay, I
ja,
sadly got
hat man dann
distracted
schnell
here a
gedacht,
bit.
das ist eigentlich nicht gut, was ich hier mache, weil wenn halt da mal Mana dabei ist, dann kommt halt genau das. Also dann fallen da halt 2 Converts rein und dann
Okay.
läufst du halt
Yeah,
kriegst
what I
einen
was saying, like
Flammenschwerter.
different sides, and he was
Das
saying that
nächste
he's like a
holt die
senior
Schwerter, aber
grandpa.
in der Unterzahl
He can't,
ärgert
he
trotzdem
just
die
doesn't
Äxte,
have
ohne wahrscheinlich
the
irgendwas zu töten.
APM to do it.
Also wollte ich das schon auch irgendwie vermeiden, dann zu kleine Kämpfe zu haben. Also
And
dass
yeah,
ich
and
dann
yeah,
schnell
and
40
Slayer
Äxte
was
irgendwo
actually
rumlaufen.
saying that that is something
Ja,
he
da müssen dann
was
ganz schön viele Converts
at some
reinfallen,
point
das
was
macht
thinking
schon
about
schlechter.
doing, like just sending a few
Und
10
ja,
aces
kann man
in
dann auch 2,
places.
3 Mal aushalten und
And then he
wenn der
realized, oh
Römer
no,
dann da
that
seine
could actually be
10
really
Converts
dangerous.
da rausgefeuert hat oder 15, dann ist halt auch irgendwann mal Ende mit Mana. Also dann wird er halt auch so absurd teuer, dann muss man halt auch mal was anderes spielen als den Convert.
Ja.
Und das wollte man
And
dann auch als Wiki so ein bisschen aussitzen.
yeah,
Dass es nicht so
he
oft irgendwie in diesen ganz kleinen Kämpfen sich mit sich machen lässt, dass man da immer 2, 3 Converts kassiert.
so Slayer was then at some point realizing
Argos Idee war auch, dass du halt einfach ja 120 so
to
nicht mehr
avoid that
hast
a
als
bit.
Römer, wenn du da nicht diesen schlechten Fight in der Mitte nimmst, wo du dein ganzes Mana verpulverst und trotzdem nachher 120 negativ stehst.
Ja.
Und mit 120 Truppen mehr hast du halt 2 60er Trupps, mit denen du noch Sabos protecten kannst. Und dann muss der Wiki halt irgendwo committen. Und er wird gegen das Mana immer irgendwo zu wenig haben und dann an einer Stelle läufst du dann einfach weg. Also ich denke schon, dass wenn man es irgendwie
And
schafft,
they're
seine
just talking a bit
Siedlung trotzdem
about
am
it.
Laufen zu halten und zu erweitern,
Generally, it's something
der
that
Playstyle
people
schon
say,
wahrscheinlich
yeah,
ziemlich
it,
gut
it
ist.
can work. It's definitely a way to play it, but it's difficult to execute.
Ich halte es nur nicht für realistisch, dass man nebenbei besser ausbaut als der Wiki oder gleich gut ausbaut wie der Wiki und dann diesen Playstyle macht. Weil so viel
And in the
Eco-Damage macht man
end,
vermutlich dann
it's
auch nicht.
agreed upon that its APM would
Aber
usually
ja,
be the issue.
könnte man probieren.
A StarCraft player probably would be able to do it, but not a Settlers 4 player.
Ich bin da aber bei Alex, also ich sehe auch 8 Sägen, 2 Werkis, nachher eine 9. Säge, vielleicht sogar noch auch als Römer und dann ganz
Late game.
entspannt bis 900 Truppen warten,
Ja.
Bogenschützen bauen.
They are going for the late game. That is,
Jo.
people think is the best.
Ja, danach war das Spiel, glaube ich, ziemlich durch. Brauchen wir, glaube ich, nicht weiter drüber reden.
Ich hatte auch da noch Planiererfragen für Game 1, tatsächlich,
Ja, dann.
bevor wir irgendwie noch zu Game 3 oder so gehen. Auch wieder an Alex, auch wieder Steinfeld-Situation. Du hast relativ viel oder hast einen ziemlich guten Planierersplit aus unserer Sicht dahin gekriegt für den großen Tempel. Hattest dann
Ja.
deine Planierer unten,
Another
hast die
digging
aber nicht
split.
irgendwie in Steinmetze investiert, sondern komplett in Bäcker, weil das da recht hügelig war. Hast du das auch so wahrgenommen, dass das ein Fehler war? Oder
And it's now the situation that he was mentioning,
Ich glaube, das größte Problem war, dass
quite
ich da keine
early,
Fischer planiert habe.
where
Den
he's
Planierern vom
split
großen Tempel. Weil wir
into
dann doch da
the
oben halt nur
large
diesen
temple.
ja, recht kleinen Fluss hatten ich eigentlich schon
And
vorstellen,
he says
dass die auf jeden
that-
Fall unten noch Fischer
So,
hinkriegen.
so what
Ja, dann habe ich gemerkt,
Vincent was saying, like,
Tempel
get like
bestimmt
Stonecutter or two
die
more.
wieder zurückgeschickt.
That is actually not what
Hier unten eigentlich noch
they
eine ziemlich gute
is
Fläche. Der
said
fehlt noch,
about.
ich weiß nicht, ob
He
ich
felt like he should
dann
have
doch irgendwie ziemlich ab vom Schuss. Aber auf jeden Fall
got a
ist
few
gleich
fishes
schon da unten
big
drin,
down
aber
there.
das
That
habe ich
would
dann
have
auch
been
gemerkt, das war ein
really
bisschen
beneficial for his
schwierig, weil ich
tournament.
dann die halt einfach wieder zurückschicken musste, weil ich hatte keine wirkliche Wahl.
Yeah.
Ist jetzt
The
nicht so
river
gut
was relatively
aufgebaut.
short at the top, and he had to go
Aber
down there
ja,
at some point
Tempelsport war
again
halt ganz
to
gut,
get
das
fishes, otherwise you wouldn't
das
have
ist
gotten any
sehr flaches
fishes.
Land, ich war jeder halbwegs unten. Und dann habe ich ihn aber tatsächlich vergessen, Prio zu geben rechtzeitig, weil er dann so ein bisschen aus den Augen, aus den Sinnen
Yeah,
war.
something he mentioned in between the game. He
Ich
actually
wollte eigentlich
forgot.
warten, okay,
Put him
Goldspitze,
on
gleich
prior. He had a
gesetzt, dann geht er auf
situation where
Prio, ja, und dann habe ich irgendwas anderes
so he was like
gemacht.
waiting for his
Gold
gold
war schon
smelter
im
to actually
Lager,
start his
hab ich
first
ihn gerade auf Prio gegeben und
working,
gemerkt, warte mal,
like start working,
Pizza.
and since he was waiting for
War ein
that,
bisschen später, so,
like he
hab
like
die
the gold
Geschenke nicht
smelter was
bestellt,
finished, but it didn't
gleichzeitig
start
dafür
working yet. He was
gewartet.
waiting for it to start working.
Hab halt eben
Then he
auf 60
forgot,
gewartet,
had like
bisschen zu spät.
8 gold bars in his storage and a
Halt
bit
bis
more,
alles
like
in allem
it's,
noch
no, 10
gut, weil
gold
er das
bars, I think he was saying,
Timing
stored
schon
up.
sehr gut
And then
gemacht
realized,
hat.
oh, I still didn't put
Ist dann
put
so ein bisschen
the
verschmolzen.
large champion prior, and that way it was a little bit late, which we saw was a little late.
Du
The
hattest
pre
eben
coming
auch
to
schon mal
the
noch über
onto
über den
our
Tempel geredet. Hattest du aus deiner Sicht da genügend Stein die ganze Zeit? Warst du so mit deiner Steinsituation zufrieden? Wir hatten so das Gefühl, es lief durch, aber irgendwie aus der Player-Perspektive ist man ja immer noch mal so ein bisschen vorsichtiger, was den Stein angeht manchmal.
Ja,
No, just a
Steinproblem war vor allem am Anfang da. Also
question
ich
about
bin durch die
stone.
Farm nach der Holzerweiterung in die ersten Farmen reingegangen bin.
Yeah. How he felt about the stone
Hat er mich auf dem
situation.
Schirm
He
gehabt,
said
dass
there
ich vielleicht noch ein paar
was
Steinmetze brauche.
stone situation a
Dann
little
3
bit.
Stück stehen.
He went into the
Hab
farms
dann schon die erste Farm auf
with
Prio gegeben.
only
Normalerweise
3
schaue ich
stone
schon, dass
cutters.
ich zumindest mal so auf 6 Steinmetze raufgehe.
Normally he'd like to be
Manchmal
already
liege
on
ich schon relativ schnell mit
6
Steinen. Lange am
round,
Anfang eher schon so 8 auf gerne mal.
sometimes
Aber 3
already
war ich sehr
8.
knapp. Konntest noch ein bisschen abfedern, dass ich dann einfach ein paar Goldminen und Fischer noch
Yeah,
geholt habe.
but 3 was really
War die
short,
ganz schnell
and
kosten.
he
Aber ich
he
habe
was
schon
able
gemerkt, dass ich,
to
wenn ich dann nach
kinda
Verarbeitung
avoid that like large
abgeben
issue a
musste,
bit
die ja sehr
by
steinlastig ist.
building a few gold
Ja, sind
mines.
auf jeden Fall ein paar Gebäude nicht so fertig geworden, wie sie hätten
And he
fertig
said
werden
that there
können.
definitely were a
Ja,
few
weil
buildings
die
that
Steine
didn't
oder so
quite
Steine gefehlt
finish
haben.
the way
Da war ich dann
he would have
bisschen
liked them
aber
to
dafür musste
finish.
dann
Like
schnell wieder nachziehen
take
können.
another
Also,
go.
wie gesagt, für die Waffenschmieden war dann der Stein auch da.
But
Ja,
for the
aber ich habe am Anfang
weaponsmiths, he
gesehen,
did
dass
manage to go up to 8
es
relatively
leichter machen
quickly
kann
after.
und
For the weaponsmiths, the
du brauchst
stone
ein
was
paar mehr
there.
Steinmetze vertragen können.
But yeah, yeah,
Du bist kein Fan
the
von dem, was
early.
Jagdtiger macht mit dem frühen 4. Steinmetz? Weil kostet ja halt nur 3 Bretter. Also klar, könnte auch ein
Ja.
Holzfäller sein, aber dadurch, dass du einen frühen 4. baust, sparst du dir halt dann den frühen 5. und kommst dann doch irgendwie eher an die Farmen häufig.
Ja,
Another
eher
question
nicht.
about
Also
what
ich versuche
Jagdtiger does
schon,
with an early
ich baue halt den
4th
zweiten noch
stone
vor der
cutter.
Werkzeugschmiede
If
und
he like,
den dritten dann meistens
what he
recht
thinks
schnell
about
mit den
that.
ersten paar Holzfällern zusammen. Und dann ist eigentlich schon der Plan, erstmal Holz hochzuziehen. Ne? Und wenn ich dann irgendwie Kapazitäten frei habe, weil ich kriege irgendwie nicht alles planiert an Holz gleichzeitig, muss noch irgendwie auf den Turm warten oder so, dann baue ich schon auch mal einen Steinmetz zwischendurch rein, einen 4. oder einen 5. auch. Aber ansonsten schaue ich schon, dass ich normalerweise, also mindestens mal auf meine 7 Sägen und 18 Holzfäller raufkomme, bevor ich dann nochmal einen Steinmetz auf Prio gebe. Weil ich da einfach schon möglichst schnell mein Holz rankriegen will. Aber ja, ich glaube, da kann man so ein bisschen so machen, bisschen so machen. Ich baue halt sehr early, also relativ early den zweiten. Manche bauen den zweiten erst nach der Werkheal. Dafür kommt halt dann der 4. ein bisschen früher. Also,
Yeah, he says
glaube ich, so
he
ein
builds
bisschen
the
Preference,
second one really
wie man
early in
es
front of the smith,
halt, wie man es halt lieber spielt. Aber
which is kind of where he thinks he
schon,
gets that zone from. Other built the second after smith and then built the
Persönlich auch, dass
4th
das
early.
eigentlich ist, was das optimale Play ist. Und ich glaube, das ist schon recht mal so rum. Kommt fast
And yeah,
alles
he's
auf
like
Wert
there
hinaus,
are
wie du
different
sonst moderieren
situations
kannst.
and different
Vielleicht
situations,
auch
different things are better. And Vincent agrees to that as well. It's like
Laufwege, großes Thema, glaube ich, auch da.
it's like
wo man
where are your
entscheiden
diggers?
sollte.
How long is your distance for the stone and everything? Like it's lots of
Ja,
factors, and you just need to have the right amount of stone at the right timing.
Game. Ich glaube, ich zumindest bin durch mit dem zweiten Game, also ersten Game. Ich weiß nicht, ob Agros noch Fragen hat.
Oh, nope.
Ja, drittes Game. Wird jetzt noch eins gespielt oder wie?
ich glaube, es geht
Ja,
um
jetzt
meinen
bestimmt.
Ausblick.
Nee, ich glaube
Ach so,
um den
ja.
Ausblick.
Okay. Ja, Genau. Morgen
yes.
geht's dann weiter. Ich glaube, 16 Uhr war die angesprochene Uhrzeit.
Now, I listen here a
Und
bit
ja, jetzt
more
noch die Frage an
because
euch
there might be some
beiden.
infos
Wird jetzt hier
dropped.
gleich nochmal ein Emergency-Training stattfinden, um sich dann für morgen für die 2 verbliebenen Civs nochmal speziell vorzubereiten? Oder
There's some
wie verbringt ihr
infos
jetzt die
dropped
nächsten
that I don't know,
Stunden,
but yeah,
bevor ihr euch dann
tomorrow,
in knapp 16 Stunden
16,
wiederseht?
4 p.m., 16 time,
Also ich kann nur für
whatever.
mich sprechen. Ich
o'clock.
werde jetzt erstmal die nächsten 12 Stunden Emergency schlafen, weil ich komplett tot bin.
Yeah.
Mm,
Jagdtiger will go into an
Danach
emergency
noch
sleep
eine
for the next 12
Produkte
hours because he's
aber ich
completely
glaube,
dead.
jetzt auf den letzten Metern nochmal groß was zu üben, bringt eh nicht viel.
And he thinks practicing on the last few
Ja,
meters
und bei dir, Alex?
doesn't help anyways.
Ja, ich
As
glaube,
it
ich werde
apparently
es
there was a
ähnlich handhaben.
question
Also heute
about.
auf gar keinen Fall mehr. Also das 2 Games waren schon jetzt auslaugend genug. Da glaube ich, kommt nichts mehr.
They said
bei rum.
today definitely not. Tomorrow.
Ich werde sicherlich morgen nochmal vielleicht auch 2 Übungsrunden spielen. Jetzt kann man ja auch ein bisschen gezielter spielen, weil man jetzt weiß, man wird auf jeden Fall die 2 Völker spielen morgen.
And he said tomorrow he might actually do
und
1 or 2.
Ja, aber ja, wie auch Jacki gesagt, so auf den letzten Drücker nochmal halt, da kommt auch normalerweise nicht mehr keine
Yeah, and
bahnbrechenden,
same
Sprünge
thing as he
mehr
said, like
dazu, aber
last,
ja, auf jeden Fall so ein
like
bisschen
right
Warnspiel
before the
werde ich
match, like
machen.
it usually
Ich
doesn't
noch
actually
vergessen, wie die Batterie funktioniert.
help you.
Beim
Ja.
Trojaner, sonst wollen wir nicht, ne? So ein
Ja.
paar Sachen werden sie noch angeschaut, aber
Amüsant wäre es allemal. Aber ja, zumindest könnt ihr euch ja, also jetzt ist ja auch ziemlich klar,
Okay.
welche Matchups morgen noch drankommen können. Da kann man jetzt sich möglicherweise auch schon nochmal ein paar Gedanken machen,
Now
was
we'll.
denn da passieren könnte und
They
was
will
dann
probably be
Wege
more
sein
thinking
könnten.
about
Bin auf jeden
matchups.
Fall gespannt und ja, ich
They-
bin aber auch froh, dass wir jetzt
Slayer
gerade nach diesen
Has remaining
vielen
Romans and
Reloads, die wir im zweiten
Trojans,
Game brauchten, dann jetzt hier angekommen
and
sind. Also
Jagdtiger still has remaining the
7
Trojans
Stunden
and
für 2
the
Spiele rein investiert. Also
Mayans.
ist eine stolze Quote. Ich hoffe, morgen kommen wir dann
Yes, so we now
ein bisschen
invested
besser durch, weil dann hoffentlich auch mal die
7 hours
Server
into
hier,
2 games.
und wir zu einem
with lots of
absolut
reloads
funktionierenden
and Ubisoft issues. I really hope
Ja,
to tomorrow will be
insofern
better.
würde ich mich jetzt auch bei
And with
meinem
that-
ersten Co-Mod Lemon, der schon
It actively goes into the end here. Although Vincent won't hear it. I'm thanking him for casting with me. We had the first 2 games here. It was amazing. I'll be eagerly waiting for tomorrow to see the 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th game. We never know. I am wanting to see more games, but I also want less Ubisoft issues because they were really draining today. You will see the 2nd game on YouTube later was a horrible mess of putting together whatever recordings were available at which point, where it will be weird. I wasn't able to join immediately and everything is weird. Tomorrow, I hope everything will go better, go smoother, go a bit better, and we can actually go all the way through. And with that, I hope you all had a great first 2 games, and I am exhausted. And till tomorrow, for 3rd game, I'm wanting to see some peak Trojan gameplay by our good friend Jagdtiger. With that, hope you all had a great time, and till tomorrow.